don't care if you've been battling shadow monsters all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Dro. Smoke me out, fam, with that dank shit. On my left, oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
What the fuck? On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on the threes, supports Chronos.
Millie Bobby Brown spits harder bars than most of the rappers today.
Damn.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
I enjoy romantic walks to your nearest food trucks.
God
Nice.
damn. All right. Stitch is handling some family business and
Says it on my
saving
shirt.
cities and shit. So he will not be joining us on this one.
He's the new Arrow.
Yes, exactly.
Black Arrow.
Who we got up in now?
What's going on? Cholula Comics. What's going on? We met at
San
San Francisco Comic Con
Yeah.
a year ago.
There
Oh,
we
shit.
go.
Yeah, it's been a while. What's going on, man?
Appreciate him being in the chat.
Derek is also in the house.
What up, what up?
Let me see who will be the listener of the week. Sorry, I was having PC and internet issues. That was fun.
Both.
I don't have everything like that.
Both of them.
At the same goddamn time.
But we still rolling, though. Still
yeah.
rolling.
Still can't get to it. All right.
Well,
I'll check it out real quick.
while he's doing that, oldest ninja in the world, do we have any pouring out Hennessy RIPs?
Not quite, but we can talk about what went down the other day in New York.
Yesterday, Halloween, in fact.
Yes, the Halloween. What do they call? He has a name or something. They coined him.
They shouldn't coin these fucking.
Yeah, they call him
make him make him famous. It's stupid.
Yeah, they call him not the Halloween killer, but like the Halloween terrorist or some shit like that.
Just call him an asshole. That's what he is, an asshole.
Yeah, so he drove a truck into a crowd Halloween night in New York City. So R.I.P. to the folks that died.
Well, it was during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at night.
Oh yeah. Did I say at night?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Oh,
it's
that's
like
my fault.
I think eight
Eight
people
people?
died. and
Yeah.
A real
terrible.
shame. It's the first, I guess, attack of any sort since 9/11 in New York City. I believe.
Well, I guess
it's successful.
Yeah, not a shooting. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, if you want to kill a bunch of people, if you're determined to do it, there's plenty of ways other than guns. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't know why people are always focused on guns and shit. It's just like you can easily run over hundreds of people pretty easily, you know.
but
And this guy rented a truck from Home Depot.
Yeah,
Which is kinda
U-Haul,
crazy.
one of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he is
Bad.
in custody,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
so
I thought he got shot.
he did.
Apparently
I think,
he
I think
he
both
got
are
shot.
true. I think he got shot and he's in custody.
All right.
Or in the hospital, but under police.
Under police. Yeah, he was. I know that because he has a picture up. It was like a mugshot.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name. But I don't want to even give him
He's from
credit for his name.
Uzbekistan or somewhere.
Who gives a fuck?
Anyway.
I wonder if they're gonna call him like the lone wolf, like they do for Caucasians who shoot up places.
I don't know.
'Cause I think
Well, he was yelling at Allah Akbar or whatever. So
That's not a good.
Yeah,
that's not a good
That's
look.
not good.
that would make you a terrorist.
Yeah.
So
Terrible.
that was one of the things. Like you need like motivation, stuff like that. There's like special things you need to be labeled as a terrorist. So people are like, well, white people when they do it, they're not labeled terrorists. It's because they're not trying to like get political change or anything like that.
Well,
Most
some
of them
are.
Some
Some
are.
are.
And
Yeah,
they
like-
are labeled terrorists.
Like the
So-
Charleston shooter,
Yeah.
he had an agenda.
I was trying to say that Charleston Dan. So I was like,
Wait, what? No.
Yeah, like Timothy McVeigh, the guy who blew up Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that was all
Yeah,
bad.
he was a terrorist. There's a bunch of other ones too.
He was executed.
Unabomber, terrorist.
Yep.
Yeah.
so,
So-
wait,
Manifestos, y'all.
What about Waco?
looks like they
Were they
changed
con- they-
We're
were they
going
considered-
way down the goddamn rabbit hole with this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, R.I.P. to the
folks
folks who
affected.
passed away. I mean, that's super
So
sad.
it would be Mr. X. Sorry, listener of the week would be Mr. X again, followed by Magic Music.
All right.
Oh shit.
So shout out to Magic Music.
yeah,
Good shit.
this is kind of cool. They changed out this layout. Like it has the top
Yeah.
cities too, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and once again, what's in the top 5? Dominic Provost Chocolate.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We got to get back on the podcast.
Still burning
Yeah,
on top.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
we need Melanie on the podcast because we literally had what 2 of the principal
Well,
cast.
say where she's from. I mean,
Oh, Melanie, she's the main character from Winona Earp.
Yep.
And I've actually spoke to her. She's actually really cool. She's listened to our podcast before,
Nice.
so she's familiar. So we just need to get her on the cast.
We'll try it. So there was a couple of big trips last week. First of all, Kronos, let's get into yours. You had a secret surprise trip on over to Ohio.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest things probably I've ever done for somebody. It's kind of weird. Somebody I never met in real life.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Matt from Pre-Recorded Live.
Yeah.
He got diagnosed with cancer for the second time in his life. It was a bummer. He had to have surgery, and I wanted to be there for him shortly after he was, done healing, or at least healed up enough to like actually see people. So, gave him a couple weeks. Me, K-Mac, and Riley, our youngest daughter, we went out there as a surprise, and Matt totally didn't know. I have it on video. I just haven't like uploaded it yet. I have to like edit it and stuff. So.
Where do you have to land in Ohio to get to that podunk town of theirs?
In a cornfield.
Yeah, we landed in not Cleveland. Was it Cleveland?
Are they closest to Cleveland?
I can't remember where the fuck I landed.
Toledo?
No.
Cincy?
No. God damn it. I think it was Cleveland. Because it was like outside of Cleveland or some shit.
Okay.
And then we had to drive to. They live kind of sort of near Sandusky, so.
I don't know.
If you know where
That
they are.
sounds all bad.
Yeah.
That does sound bad.
It's sort of kind of near Lake Erie.
Okay.
They're like 15, 30 minutes away from Sandusky, so it was kind of funny to like land in Cleveland, which is like a major metropolitan area for Ohio. And we're driving around at rush hour, and there's like no traffic.
Oh, wow.
And then we're listening to the radio. It's like, oh yeah, traffic is really bad. I'm like, what? Like, there's no traffic get bad at all. What the fuck you talking about? It was really good.
Driving 60 miles an hour during rush hour.
Yeah, people are just crazy. But yeah, it was a really nice trip. Seeing Matt, Joe, and Becky, that was awesome. We got to do some really cool things with them. I knew we weren't gonna be able to like go out and do stuff because Matt just had surgery and he's still healing up and stuff. So I know he apologized a bunch of times for like being tired and stuff, but I didn't give a fuck, man. I've been through surgery before. I know what opiates can do to you, and just having things taken out of you, it's gonna take some shit out of you.
Sure.
So we still had a really good time. Yeah, they're basically the people that I thought they were, like in real life.
They are who you thought they were?
Yeah, they were really great folks, and I was, glad to, sort of make his day better, I guess.
Formally meet them, too?
Formally meet him, yeah. So
That's good.
that was really cool. Like, looking at his face when he saw us, because, we got there, and he was still, like, the way they have, like, their studio and their apartment set up, it's kind of cool, because they basically rented out 2 apartments.
Oh, wow.
And so one is like their studio, and the other one is like where they live.
Okay.
But it's like literally in the same like small space.
So they can record all the goddamn time.
Yeah, basically. So they
Okay.
just walk down a hallway, and that's like the other apartment, and
That's
that's the
great.
studio. So when we got there, we saw it was Joe and Becky were outside already. So we came up, and like they were all excited. So
They're like, who are these people?
yeah. No, they knew right away, and then. Because it was kind of late at night, and then they were getting ready to do Foodie Friday, and the setup is that K-Mac was supposed to be on Foodie Friday to talk about dips.
Wait, dips?
Dips, yeah, like types of dips, like cheese dips.
Oh, okay,
and stuff
yeah.
like that, And so we get there, and Becky was gonna go get him, walk down the hallway. We had to stay outside, like out of view, so we couldn't see, And then he goes into the studio, and then Joe goes in. And he says that, it's like I got some cool food for you. Or I got some keto stuff for you.
Yeah.
He told him like in the to wait to come to the kitchen, but in between the kitchen and the rest of the place, there's like a little wall and what do you call it, bookcase. So we all stood behind the bookcase, and I already had like the camera up, and I was like talking to the camera like surprising Matt, and then he walks in, and I was like, hey, what's going on, man, with the camera up? And he was like, what the fuck? He was like, look at his face. Like, he totally wasn't expecting to see us there.
Should be like, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was really cool. Really cool. And they're like, we're trying to podcast that night, but Riley, we had to get her to bed because it was already like super late, and she was kind of getting fussy.
She's probably off her schedule, too.
Yeah, we got her back on it, though, pretty quickly.
Good.
And then, we got the podcast the next day, but we actually got to meet, actually that night, we got to meet Noah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy did our theme music.
Yeah.
We got to meet him, talked to him a little bit, and then the next day we ended up podcasting from not their studio, but Noah's studio, which is like a legit like music studio.
Is that still in the same Sandusky town, or?
No, it's in what the fuck is the name of that town? Norwalk, I think. I could be saying this wrong. If they're in the chat room, they'll correct me. But
somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah, it was in Norwalk, which is like a quaint little town. It was on. That Saturday, so people were trick-or-treating.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of cool. But yeah, it was a really cool studio. It was cool to see like professional equipment, like legit professional equipment. It was cool to see like it's weird because like they're all musical, so like
I mean, he plays.
Yeah,
he really plays.
yeah. Well, and so can Joe and Matt too. So I got video of like
Very
Joe
creative.
just jamming out on the fucking drums and shit in the studio, and then we podcasted. It was pretty cool. You get to hear Riley on the podcast because I had to like carry her around.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it was and Matt can cook like a motherfucker. Like he's like a legit like chef.
Now tell me he did not make you city chicken. He owes me city chicken.
No, he didn't make city chicken.
All right.
It was cool because we're both on the same diet, so he was cooking all keto food, so it was like super easy for us to just kind of eat because I don't have to like no bun, blah blah blah, none of that shit. He just made really good keto food. So.
What did he make?
He made something called God damn it, I'm gonna fuck this all up. Saltimbocca or something like that. It's like pork.
Sambuca?
It's pork with like a breading, but the breading was like keto.
Okay.
And then like some other stuff. And the next day he made us like a really good soup. And then they made a keto pizza. That Matt didn't make that, but he helped. He made like the sauce, and he helped make the pizza. But it was K-Mac and Becky were doing like the crust and stuff. So and that pizza was good as fuck. And then he made like a cheese plate and shit, and like it was just like really good food.
Cooking up a storm.
Yeah, and it was good to see like already like the GoFundMe stuff like helping them out.
That's cool.
So they already paid for the rent for the next couple of months.
Good.
And they got to buy like all new food, like keto food and stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. It was a really good trip. It was really good to meet him.
And you were there about 3 or 4 days?
Yeah. Flew in on what was it?
Thursday?
And then we left on Sunday morning.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
Good shit.
So Stitch is in the chat. He's asking how many black folks did you see while you were there?
it was. I mean, it wasn't not existent. There were some, but yeah, it was mostly white folks.
And Cleveland has to have his share.
And there was a couple times, when me and Cam walked around, and people looked at us like, "What the fuck's going on here?" But it's whatever, man. It's Midwest, so
There you go.
yeah.
Good fucking shit.
That's funny
man.
because over the weekend I did a photo shoot for a 50-year high school reunion, and there was no black people at the school at the time. Because like it was cool because they had like their senior like their class pictures, like the big one, the panoramic.
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at the panoramic, I'm like, I don't see one speck of black in this goddamn picture. It was kind of funny.
Was there even like any other brown people?
Nope.
It was all white people.
It was all white people.
That's fucking
and this
weird.
was in San Jose. This school was in it was Lincoln High School.
Oh, wow.
But what was also crazy was that they dressed up for the pictures. Like they were wearing like the boys were wearing like dress shirts and ties, and the girls were wearing like dresses, and all their hairs were the same. And I was like, wow, this is trippy. Like it's not used to seeing that when it comes to like pictures. Kids just wear wherever they want, and that's pretty much the end of it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting though.
Good shit. Should we dive into? We're
Wait,
not gonna.
how was New York?
Oh, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. We'll come back to it in a little bit. Should we get into a little bit of Stranger Things though?
Yeah,
This was big time shit.
Oh,
Season
yeah.
2.
Season 2 start off with a bang.
We are not going to go past the second episode as a threshold. You
Yeah.
should have watched by at least those couple already.
And it's my
hopefully.
fault why we're going to episode 2 because
So,
I just haven't had time.
Before we get into it, did you guys see 11 Rap on the Jimmy Fallon
Yeah,
show?
I
it's
missed
posted
that.
on our
Man,
Facebook
that
page.
shit she was great. She was
Really?
very good. I was like impressed.
It's
but,
it's not the only time she rapped. She rapped on the Tonight Show before when all the kids were there.
She did Monster.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
really?
Yeah, she did. She knew all of the words to it. So she was doing the lyrics while they were spraying silly string at her.
Nice. Good
It was
shit.
pretty awesome.
Levin's the shit.
And she also does jujitsu.
Really?
She does?
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she
Good.
And she floats.
does. She's pretty dope.
Season 2. Finally here. Duffer Brothers, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the Duffer Brothers.
Duffer Brothers brought
They're
it back.
twins.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't watched the Beyond Stranger Things?
No, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck they look like.
Yeah, they're twins.
They brought back everybody, goddammit.
Oh,
did.
are you trying to say all white folks look alike?
They must have like shot this season like back to. This was like back to back because the kids look exactly the fucking same.
Pretty
age.
much.
Well, what's name teeth grew in, so.
I think they're prosthetics actually.
Oh, you think so? Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Because he has like a thing where they weren't growing in like
I
there's
know
like
it's
a-
called something.
Yeah, it's a medical condition.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they are prosthetics.
All right, so let's go episode 1.
All right.
Mad Max.
Hold on, before Mad Max, before we get into like the actual episode, it was cool to like see like the season recap.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I watched that and I was like, damn, I forgot how fucking good the show was.
Exactly.
Like just going over everything. I think that's really cool that Netflix does that. Like they give like a quick recap of what happened.
Yeah, because it's been a year for us. You know,
Yeah.
A year and some change, I believe, right?
At least.
Mad Max, new character.
Yeah, we get so all the boys are back. I guess it's what the end of summer or
It's
schools.
a full year later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
It's
so
during
they-
Halloween.
So they're in
Post
school,
Halloween.
but they're at the local arcade chilling, and They're playing Dig Dug and Dragon's Lair.
Yep.
And
Oh,
they see
man. That shit took me back. I hated that fucking game.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
the
could never get
ending's
far.
fucking cheap as fuck.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I saw a
hate-
video of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can beat it, but it's like set you up to fail. It's like eat quarters. Anyway, so the boys were talking to the dude that runs the shop, finds out that someone named Mad Max beats their score at Dig Dug. So they're trying to find out who the fuck this Mad Max person is. They go to school and find out there's this new person at school, and it's a girl, and her name's Maxine, but she goes by Max. And the boys correctly deduced that she must be Mad Max.
They stalk her.
Exactly.
They stalk the fuck out of her.
She's
Yeah.
from Cali. She skateboards.
And then she's got her like Robert Downey
She's a
Jr.
ginger.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's ginger as fuck.
And then her Robert Downey Jr. lookalike brother with this like earring and fucking Camaro comes up rolling in, shirtless and shit.
That's live action Dio Brando. I'm gonna say it.
You gonna say that?
He's yeah.
He's a live action douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He is.
You know what's crazy this season? Like, one thing I noticed, I talk about this offline, but everybody's fucking peeling out. Every time they show cars moving out of a parking spot, it just tires are spinning and dirt's flying and shit. Like,
This is
every
true.
fucking car is so funny.
Whether you're on
Ooh.
dirt, gravel, or
Yeah,
grass, it don't
doesn't
matter.
matter. Just
Oh, actually, I skipped over a really
for
big
no
part.
reason.
So the episode starts off with a fucking car chase, and we don't see any of the kids, but we see
Oh,
this
yeah.
Indian girl.
I called that shit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see this Indian girl, and then like she's telling the driver where to go, and then like the cop freaks out, and then we realize that he didn't see what everyone else saw. He saw like the cave or the
Bridge
tunnel
crossing.
You kind of left
cave
out
in.
whole parts of that story.
Well,
But
I'm
yeah.
about to get to it, but then like,
No, but I mean, like the leading up to it, you just skipped it.
well, I mean, all we see is fucking
They brought the bank.
yeah, they robbed the bank, but I mean, they're in a getaway. It's a car chase shit. But we see that there's a girl who has some sort of powers, and she also has a similar tat that 11 has, but her number is 8. Is
Yeah.
it 8 or 6? It's 8.
8.
And she does the nosebleed too when she uses her powers. So she's in a fucking 80s band, or it looks like a band. They literally look like fucking what? Not the Runaways, but some 80s
Warriors.
punk band. Is it the Warriors? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Kind of
Warriors.
look like the Warriors a little bit. But they're in this
That's
getaway
70s,
van.
but all right.
Yeah. So we see that there's someone else that escaped the program. We know that there's at least 11 of them, and we don't know what other powers that they got, but we know that this other person has powers as well. Then we skip to the school, see the kids, Mad Max, whatnot. We see that Hawkins is still running.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
somebody
thought
else
that
took over.
after season 1, Hawkins would get shut down, but they're still running, and they're going to the Upside Down, doing some kind of weird
Well,
fucking
They
shit.
covered it all up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's true. We also
Hawkins
see
Lab is what you mean, because that's
yeah,
the name of the
Hawkins
town.
House.
City,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good distinction. I keep forgetting. I always think of Hawkins as an evil corporation.
What's interesting is that they're not like trying to go to the Upside Down. They're like trying to keep the gate closed because it keeps reopening. So they use they try to burn it with fire, but
Yeah.
it just keeps opening for some reason and they can't
it,
figure it out.
And it like squeals and shit when you
Yeah,
get power
screams.
or fire. It's like fucking crazy. We see that Will is seeing shit from the Upside Down. He sees a much better smoke monster than Lost rolling through the town, and he has like these weird like episodes where nothing else matters. He can see the Upside Down, and he sees impending doom coming.
Real quickly though, what we saw at the end of season 1 was Will coughing after getting rescued, basically in the bathroom, and he coughs up something.
He coughs up something, but we don't see what that is until episode 3.
No, but I'm just saying at the end of season 1, this is the world we live in where he coughed up something.
Yeah, he coughed up something. We do find out what it is, but we won't talk about that until we get to episode 3. Where was I? Oh, so yeah, we see that we meet this new character, Max. We know that Will can see into he's either hallucinating about the Upside Down or he's able to actually see what's going on in the Upside Down.
Yeah, at first I got the impression that he was like maybe teleporting to the Upside Down, but I guess he's just kind of flashing to the Upside Down. He's
Yeah,
able to see
I got
stuff.
that too. I thought he was able to like walk between the two dimensions or
Yeah.
whatnot, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
What's going on with Skeptical Negro in the first couple?
Fucking love that dude.
Yeah,
He's
so
my
him,
spirit animal.
so Skeptical Negro and Dustin are trying to fight for the affections of the new Ginger, aka Mad Max.
Oh, okay.
So they're already fighting over her once they see her, but she knows that they're stalking him, and she leaves a note. Says, "Stop stalking me, stalkers."
What's Millhouse doing at this time?
Millhouse.
What the fuck? God, man.
For the last
Will,
podcast.
man. Well, if you're referring to Billy, He's still looking for 11. He believes that he's out there, and every night he's on his little radio contacting 11. And then we hear a little something on his radio. We hear Mike. And then he's like, oh, shit, is 11 alive? But then she doesn't talk to him or whatnot.
But in this episode 2, we got to see what happened to 11, right?
Yeah, episode 2, you do see what happened. But it's weird because at the end of episode 1, we see 11.
Yes.
And I didn't think we'd see her until like 3 or 4 episodes in. But we see 11 is holed up by Hopper, or Chief Hopper, in his old like shack in the middle of the woods. I mean, he's taking care of her, feeding her Eggos, giving her breakfast or whatnot. But she's alive and well, and she has hair.
Yep, a little bit.
So pretty much wraps up.
Yeah.
Anything else I missed from episode 1?
Any impressions? I mean, what y'all think of these first couple?
It was a good first episode, you know.
Okay.
It was cool to see, like, you know, the Upside Down coming back and all the characters coming back. I really liked it.
A lot of nostalgia just hitting right off the bat.
And it's good to see how people give a fuck about Barb again.
Yes.
You know that they were going to try to address that because
They had to.
Yeah, I mean, season 1 was pretty glaring where we literally didn't get a sense of her parents giving a fuck about her.
No,
That was
nobody gave a fuck.
That was disturbing, to be honest with you.
I think that's why I put it in, because like the internet kind of like, not really backlash, but like, hey, what happened to fucking
Yeah,
Barb?
this is a great show, but parents don't give a fuck about their teenage daughter being killed. Like,
Justice for Barb.
But then she also was nominated for like an Emmy or something, right?
It was
yeah,
Barb
that,
Award. Yeah.
that was bullshit, though.
You just jealous.
She didn't do that great. You know?
She played dead very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She played a gone person.
So we also see that Will's mom, Joyce, has a new boyfriend.
Yes.
So it's Sean Astin from 80s fame, The Goonies, and Lord of the Rings and whatnot.
Not Frodo, but Samwell, right?
Samwise.
Why do you gain so much goddamn weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an older
Like,
dude
bro,
now.
you look chubby as fuck. I'm
Made for the role.
Fuck out here.
He is.
Could have been for the role.
No, I think he's just an older dude now. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he is.
wasn't even young back then.
Yeah, Winona Ryder needs to get with fucking what's his name, Hopper. or
Hopper.
whatever his name is.
Well, they
Well, they-
dated in high school.
Yeah, I
then
think they did.
you start fucking again.
Oh, god dang.
Saying.
Fucking in the break room like she did in her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, you see the doctor from
Mad
the
about you?
Hawkins lab is Paul Reiser.
Yeah.
Who's old. He looks old as fuck in there, but he's the one giving Will his little psych test every so often.
Yeah.
They actually have some kind of interval of how often he goes to them.
I feel bad for Will.
They talk about
Yeah.
PTSD and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
man, it's fuck. Kid's
That was all
fucked.
bad.
That kid's living a fucked up life. Like he's getting bullied because apparently he was considered dead last season. And since he's back, people are calling him Zombie Boy and shit like that.
Ooh,
And
that's some shit.
Will has been through enough, guys.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he's small for his age. Like, everybody else
Yeah.
towers the fuck over him.
When
Yeah.
it's puberty though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like you ever watch Girl Meets World?
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
That kid, was it Farkle? Not
yeah,
Farkle.
Farkle.
Yeah, is it Farkle? Yeah,
Yeah, it's Farkle.
Like he went from like being like a little boy to like a man.
Yeah.
In like a season, it was like, what the fuck? It was
Yeah.
really weird.
Balls
Ball
just
dropped.
dropped.
Yeah, they had to change his character because it looked too cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
cool.
So episode 2. Episode 2 is Trick or Treat Freak.
This is what the Ghostbusters
So this is
started.
the This is the Halloween episode. This is the Ghostbusters episode. So I really love this episode because there's a scene where all the boys go to school in their Ghostbusters outfit and nobody else is dressed up.
Sure was hilarious.
But
Yeah.
then they have I think every probably blurred male has had this experience that Skeptical Negro has, where he's Winston, or he's not Winston, he's Venkman, and they have the argument. You can't be Venkman. Why can't I be Venkman? Venkman's hella dope. He's all, you can't be Venkman. You have to be Winston. He's all, why? Why do I have to be Winston? Because he's black. They're all, I didn't say that. But
They
it's
fucking were tiptoeing around
yeah. So I've actually had something similar when I was younger, because like I was really into Star
You were a
Wars.
grown man when Ghostbusters
I don't give
came
a
out.
fuck.
Don't fucking lie.
I'm talking about Star Wars.
you were
So.
like 30. You were 38 years old. When
Wait,
Star
wait,
Wars
wait.
came out.
I was 39. Still doesn't matter. None of y'all was fucking there. Shut the fuck up. But still, though, yeah, with like playing Star Wars and shit, like little kids are like, oh, you have to be Lando. I'm like, why do I have to be Lando? I can be Luke, or you can't be Luke. Well, why can't I be Luke? They're like, well, you just can't. I was like, that can't be right.
Could have been Darth Vader. He had a black voice.
He did, but still, I think that scene was super like empowering if you're a black male nerd. Even if you're a black nerd, that's like the greatest part. It's like you should be able to be whoever you want, not because of what you look like.
There you go.
And they had like it was a great little. I mean, it's kind of a funny quiff, but it has like some overwhelming like motifs and weight granted to that scene.
There you go. That
But
was a nice one.
Dude, some of the nostalgia from episode 2 is that when the kids are about to go out, I guess no, they're going to school and they're dressed in their costume and their parents are all taking pictures of them and like
A
the different.
Polaroid.
Yeah, they use like a Polaroid. Then they had like that old school camera where like you had to like screw on the bulb on the top for it to be used as a
yeah,
flash
it's a
and shit like
flash.
that.
Because once the flash flashes, the bulbs are
Yeah, and that's
garbage.
it. You gotta like throw it away or whatever. It's fucking funny.
This show, especially those early episodes, are like a love letter to old 80s tech.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
from the
Everything.
VHS to the televisions to everything
I
about
swear,
it.
I tell people like all the time, like this is like the perfect show for somebody that grew up in the '80s, and not,
Oh, yeah.
I mean like in the '80s, not born in the fucking '80s. All right, if you grew up in the '80s, I mean you could be born in like I guess the early '80s,
Yeah.
and you could like sort of enjoy the '80s. So I was born in the '70s, so like late '70s, but still, so I have memories of the '80s. But if you were like born in like fucking '85, '86.
Yeah, you don't really.
You're not an '80s kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you were born in the '80s, but you don't know shit about the '80s.
You don't
know
have
what I
any
mean?
like conscious memories of it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get the fuck out of with that nonsense. But yeah, for us that grew up in the '80s and '90s and stuff, it's pretty cool to see all like the attention to detail I have in the show, like all the shitty cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
The
all
Pinto.
that. Yeah.
They
I was like,
got the
they found them?
commercials and stuff on TV from that era too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
That was fucking great. So in episode 2, we actually see what happened to 11 between season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
How she escaped the Upside Down actually pretty easily. How she was roaming around and like killing squirrels to survive, and
That shit tripped me out because like they show a squirrel and all of a sudden it's like flying and just rams into the tree. I'm like, holy shit!
That shit was hella funny.
Yeah.
yeah, and then she runs into a hunter. She ends up killing the hunter.
She didn't kill
I
him.
don't think
I
I
thought
think she just knocked
did
him
she
out.
knock- oh,
Knocked
she
him
did
out.
knock him
Yeah.
out. I thought she killed him.
Yeah, I
It
thought
looked
so
like,
too.
It looked like a hard fucking hit. Like this dude broke his neck.
And she jacked him for his shit. Like,
She
give me
did
back
jack
them
him for
coat.
shit.
Yeah.
She's like, give him my,
So maybe
give
she
him my
didn't kill
candy
him, but the
poke.
cold did later.
Oh, that's all
and,
bad.
and the wolves.
That's how Batman kills folks.
Yeah. So
Leave
we
him in the
see.
cold.
Even broken.
Broken legs and shit.
Oh, it's all bad.
Try
So
to
we-
survive.
We see that Chief Hopper was leaving out food for, as we saw in the episode of the last season, and we see she comes in and steals it. It's left for her, so she takes it.
This is another
eats it.
attention to detail. The Tupperware that he left out. Everybody's goddamn family in the 80s
Yeah.
had that fucking Tupperware. That fucking like ridge top shit.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
was big shit.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact, if your parents are hoarders, they probably
still-
still have it to this day.
Those things are down there indestructible.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so it's pretty interesting. We see, she's out there, and then she hooks up with Hopper. He takes his dad's old cabin. Her and him fix it up, and he's taking care of it. This is where we get a glimpse of what's going on in the town, where the pumpkin patch and the trees surrounding each patch, they're all dying.
Yep.
Like super rotting. There's fucking goop on the fucking trees and shit. Maggots all up in it. And Hopper's like trying to look into it. The boys invite Mad Max to go trick-or-treating with them. And she at first is not about it. But then Mike is definitely not about it. He doesn't want another
Mike
girl.
don't like that girl.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want another girl to replace 11's spot.
He knows bros before hoes. Like he
Oh,
understands.
shit.
Yeah, right. He just fucking was all about 11 when she came into the picture.
That's
Yeah.
different though.
That's his pussy.
Oh, crazy pushing. Anyway, so there's the whole thing. Max ends up going to trick or treat with the boys, but then Will, during trick or treating, he sees the smoke monster.
Real quick, I don't want to give anything away, but have we met the guy with the beard and glasses at this point?
Which guy?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Guy with beard? No.
The conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
not yet. No,
Not
where?
I'm sorry.
Wait, no, he
if he's
comes-
saying no. Then yeah, okay. Then
Yeah,
no.
he comes in pretty
No.
early. No,
I thought he
Okay.
comes in with the
He
whole
didn't go to
pumpkin
the
patch
police
thing.
office.
With the whole
yeah,
thing?
With the pumpkin patch?
He's at the police office.
Oh,
That
yeah,
guy.
that's
okay,
a,
the guy, the investigator.
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
he's not an investigator.
Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
he's investigating Barb, right?
Yes, he's yes.
He's an investigator.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
You kind of forgot one part where the kids are riding home from school and Max's brother is driving the Corvette. He tries to fucking run them over.
Yeah.
oh
He's
yeah,
like, fucking, I'll probably get like a whole bunch of points if I take them all out.
yeah.
That guy's
that's
a
all-
fucking dick.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was kind of. He gave no fucks.
No
whatnot.
fucks at all.
Also, damn, you just brought up another point. I just let it slip. Damn. It. Oh, so Nancy and Steve, her boyfriend, they go to Barb's parents,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Nancy has to grapple with: does she tell Barb's parents what really happened to her? And Steve brings up like, "Hey, we signed our life away. We can't tell nobody nothing." Because if they do, we end up being split up. Parents could get killed. We could get killed.
Put in jail. But these parents are actually grieving. And again, we alluded to this earlier. It was good to see Barb's parents really wrestling with the fact that, where's our daughter?
Yeah.
Well, it's not even just Barb. Nancy's like super fucked up about it too.
Well, she's
certainly.
Yeah.
Well, Nancy's conflicted. Do they tell them the truth, or do they keep lying to her parents?
Well, no, it's not even just that. It's like she's having like flashbacks of Barb.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when she's in the library.
Oh,
She
yeah,
also,
she
like,
sees
saw
some-
Barb.
yeah.
And
This
she's
was her
remembering
friend.
Barb.
This was her good friend.
Yeah.
Who's dead.
all
That
bad.
she left to go get some dick.
Yeah, she did.
Sure did. She had a dick appointment.
Yeah,
That's gotta be the worst. Get some dick, friend dies.
Yep.
Oh man.
Dick worth it? Probably not.
No.
No, obviously not, because she's thinking about other dick.
Teenage dick.
She's gotta get that weird dick from that dude.
Ah, that's all bad.
Creeper. Creepy eyes.
Yeah.
Want to be River Phoenix?
Yeah. So
He always looks tired. Like I want to throw some of my socks in with his eyes. Like, fucking get some drying done.
it's all bad. So yeah, and Will's going through some shit too, because he's saying, everyone keeps treating me like I'm not really here. They're like talking at me, but not to me, type of thing. He's all, nobody wants to let me do alone. So his brother's like, all right, I'm gonna let you trick or treat with your boys. I'll come back to pick you up, because he goes to this party where he sees Nancy, where Nancy gets all twisted up and basically says,
Pure fuel.
yeah, she's drinking pure fuel, saying fuck you to fucking Steve, pretty much. She's like, I don't give a fuck at you. Your dick is too small.
Damn.
I want some other dick. Fuck what you trying to say. Damn. And he's like, damn, all right, well, fuck. Walk yourself home, thought. And he walks away. He just walks away.
She hits him up the next day. How come you didn't pick me up? Like,
Yeah,
"Bitch,
she's like, what are you talking about?
told me you didn't love me.
Talking reckless last night.
Yeah, she was like, oh, you took me home, right? He's like, no, I didn't take you home. You're fucking weirdo dude.
second
took you
boyfriend
home."
did.
He's all like, what?
So that's 2 episodes.
Pretty much. But we got to end with Dustin goes home and hears some shit in the trash can, and he's freaked out by it.
Okay.
And that's how it ends.
So unfortunately, when I was on the plane coming back from Ohio, I saw a creature, like a small creature there,
The fuck?
that's probably in the show. So, because like the lady next to me was like watching Stranger Things season 2.
okay.
And I was
So
like,
you got a glimpse.
yeah, so I was like, oh, is it good so far? And she was like, yeah, first episode's kind of slow. And then I watched it, I was like, it's not that slow.
Yeah.
She was slow.
She was watching it, and I was like, damn. But yeah, I saw a creature, like pretty small one.
Well, one funny thing is that like the Stranger Things takes a lot of things from like pop culture from like the 80s and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they like the mother's boyfriend works at Radio Shack, which is not around anymore. They're kind of bankrupt. But one interesting thing is I still need to see if this is true, but the video camera that they use is the same one that Marty McFly uses in the Back to the Future movies.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah, I believe so. I got to double check and see, but
Probably.
just looking at it, I'm like, this is the same fucking video camera. It's like red. It had like the red backing and like the whole miniature tapes and shit like that, and how you can plug it into your TV. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. So overall, y'all thinking episode 2, this is probably one of the better episodes.
I mean, I'm not going to... I've seen it all. I'm going to say this as a blanket statement. I loved season 1. I actually enjoyed season 2 overall better than season 1.
Really?
I have to agree.
But we'll wait to get into the other episodes later.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely on the list for best returning show for Golden Egg Pen Award.
Oh, yeah. Well, now that it's out.
It's like up there. Well, Mr. Robot, I think it's a little bit higher though, because Mr. Robot's doing some fucking crazy ass shit.
Well, yeah, we're going to have to wait to
gonna
talk
get to
about
that.
it. Yeah, we got to get to Miss Robot.
It was also cool. Something we didn't talk about episode 2 is that you get to see what happened to 11 after she basically disintegrated.
Yep.
So she got stuck in the upside down and she had to find her way back. And then it showed her like throughout the episode, like her getting resources. Obviously, we talked a little bit about it, about the squirrel and then the
Hunter.
taking the hunter, and then how she found Hopper.
Yep.
So yeah,
It's great.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, finish it off. Next week, let's cover the last
Actually,
episodes.
I have a quick question. So I think it was in episode 2 when Hopper is setting up the booby trap with like the mouse trap and the bullet. Like
Nope.
that's like that shit wouldn't work, right?
Nope. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Oh, okay.
Episode
Okay, sorry about that.
All right. Let's switch gears for a quick second and talk about something that was huge in the news this past fucking week. Your boy Kevin motherfucking Spacey. Who want to set this up?
It was so bad, made me stop watching House of Cards.
God
Damn.
damn.
Only because of his response. Like, if anybody just said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, let's say what happened.
So basically, one of the guys, I forget the guy's name, Rap or whatever, something Rap.
Yeah, he's on Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, he's the pasty guy, right?
Yeah, he's the pasty scientist.
basically he was saying that when he was 14 years old, him and Kevin Spacey were on a movie together, and Kevin Spacey like basically took him into a room and like laid on top of him and was like trying to seduce him. And Kevin Spacey at the time would have been like 26, I believe.
Yeah, he was 26.
Yeah, so Kevin Spacey's thing was he said that he doesn't recall it, but you know if he was drunk, he apologizes for.
I'm sorry. Can I clarify one quick thing?
Yeah.
He accused him of attempted a sexual assault, or
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, if you lay on top of somebody trying to seduce them, I thought that
Okay.
was kind of implied.
all right.
So, yeah. So, Kevin Spacey said that basically he didn't recall, might have been drunk. He said he apologized, blah, 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 and then he basically came out as gay. And so this is like...
It forced him to come out as gay.
No, it didn't. It didn't force him to come out as gay. That's not going to force him to come out as gay at all.
Well, he's never stated his sexuality at all.
You could just say, no, I didn't do it, or, you know, whatever. But anyway, so some of the media decided to latch on to the fact that Kevin Spacey came out as gay instead of reporting the story of him potentially sexually assaulting a minor.
Yeah.
And so that led to Kevin Spacey's show House of Cards being suspended, possibly canceled.
I think it's officially canceled.
Season 6, and it made me stop watching the show. So I can't watch the show anymore knowing that. Because look, even if you're drunk, I've been drunk plenty of fucking times. I've never thought about laying with a child ever, you know, or trying to seduce a child. I don't think that any sane person would ever cross their mind. So
And this is about approximately 20 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah. And there are some things like when you're a kid, you can definitely like confuse some shit.
Sure.
But for him to say that, you know, oh, I could have been drunk and blah blah blah, so it was obviously something that in his mind could have happened, and that's not okay in my mind. You know.
The biggest problem I had with it, and a lot of people had with it, is instead of responding directly to the allegations of attempting to rape a minor, he wanted to kind of diffuse this and play this smoke and mirror game of I choose now to be living my life as a gay man or whatever. That doesn't fucking answer the question. That ain't got shit to do with this. If you're attempting to rape somebody who's a teenager, a minor, you need to answer for that.
Yeah.
You know, you quote unquote coming out ain't got shit to do with this crime.
As a matter of fact, it's a disservice to gay men everywhere because they already have to try to dispel these ridiculous fucking notions. Yeah, myths from like religious folks saying that all gay men are basically pedophiles, which they're not. Like that's fucking ridiculous. Yep.
And it's crazy because like the gay community kind of came at him about that too. Like one of the sites had posted up like, hey, you know, don't make it seem like just because you're gay is the reason why you wanted to have sex with this little boy. Like that's a total different fucking story. Like don't fucking put that on us or whatever.
That's all bad. So Anthony Rapp is the actor that he, I guess,
he tried touching him.
Yeah, he tried touching or laying across, and he's 46 now. Kevin Spacey.
So he was still a grown ass man 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, he's 14 at the time of this. Point that went down. But still, I mean, it was weird to me as well that Kevin Spacey pointed out that he decided to come out as gay amongst these allegations. But I'm just like, well, like Pride, you said, what does that have to do with you trying to seduce a young boy? Like, how does that make that okay? Like, yes, this happened 30 years ago, but that doesn't absolve you of any wrongdoing. I mean, it sucks because he's a phenomenal actor and he's well respected and he's won Oscars, but for this scandal to come out and for him to be laissez-faire about it, it's kind of disturbing and disappointing at the same time.
So my other question is, because again, these are allegations. None of us were there, but they're serious allegations.
Serious.
You know, all I'm asking though is there now going to be a criminal investigation?
No idea.
It's way too. So this is the problem that I have with all these allegations and shit. It's way too late.
Yeah. Well, not if it's a kid.
For most of them, I think it is. I mean, there's still a statute of limitation, and nobody that's accused anybody of anything that's this whole recent fucking Hollywood shakedown has actually charged somebody with anything.
I think Bill Cosby was though for having sex with a minor.
Well, I'm talking about like the recent, not him, but like the most recent shit, like Weinstein and all that shit. It's because this is like one of the dirty secrets of Hollywood, which I thought most people kind of understood. Is that there's some shit that goes down in Hollywood to get you ahead. It has to do with sucking dicks or having sex with somebody that you probably don't want to. and people they assume that shit was the status
norm.
quo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people suck dicks to get bigger roles, and and I'm not saying that obviously some people did it and some people didn't want to do it, but it's like, hey, people did it though.
I'm okay with whoever wants to suck dick for a role.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with any minors. Like, minors should be completely out of this.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I totally agree with that.
But if you choose to suck dick for a role... Now, I will say this. Okay, let me back up a little bit on the seriousness. You shouldn't have to
No, you
suck a
shouldn't have
dick, to do that. You should not have to be forced to suck a dick in order to be in a B horror movie. I completely get that. But you never should do anything with a minor.
So this, once again, more allegations towards Bryan Singer come up amongst. So he's the director of the pretty much all of House X-Men.
But that guy's hilarious though. He's obviously fucking gay.
Yeah,
like he has wild fucking crazy ass gay orgies at his house.
Whoa.
true.
All the fucking time.
But
And
the problem with that is that people come out and said that he's solicited teenage boys
for a long time
to go into this, but he threatens them like, if you do not come to this party and let me take your butthole, you will never work in Hollywood.
God damn.
Damn.
It's pretty much what he does. So it's
Allegedly.
I'm glad Hollywood's cleaning house now because I mean it's some real fucking vile shit to be like, hey, suck my dick, get a role.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, and I'm glad now that people are paying for it.
It's definitely abuse of power.
Yeah,
Basically
it's
what
like
it
all
is.
these dudes with lots of money are like, oh, I can get what I want now because I got money and I got Hollywood power.
I'm going to step in the shit, though. This is just Prodigy speaking. Come at me if you need to. For porno, I'm fine with it.
That's totally
You
different.
better fucking suck that dick and put that dick in your ass if you're going to apply for porn.
That's
That's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
You know what? You guys got to go to fucking King Talk. You guys got to go to the Armory and see how that shit operates. Like
Okay.
they break shit down.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
great.
Yeah, porn needs this. This is all porn. Like,
Yeah, but that's-
it never stop this for
But
porn.
it's different when like, the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, Kevin Spacey, Bryan Singer, when they're like threatening your career if you don't give up that ass. That's not the way to go. In porn, it's like you have to give up that ass if you want to work. And everyone tells you up front, sign on the dotted line and I can have all 3 of your holes or 2 of your holes.
See, if somebody did that to me, I'd just fuck him up. I mean, honestly.
Well, yeah, and you don't...
Like what Terry Crews said when that guy grabbed his junk. I'd have fucked that dude up.
Yeah.
Even though I said, oh, my career, dude, you're fine.
Yeah, well,
Like, he's fine. I would have fucked that dude up.
At a younger time, though, for Cruz, I'm just saying from his perspective, at a younger time in his career.
No, he already had football money. He's got money.
Yeah.
Gotta be the football player.
Well, one way or another, he was intimidated to think that he wouldn't get like future
But he's an
roles.
intimidating guy. Like
I get you.
Yeah, I can't let that shit. Even if you have power over me, I can't let shit like that slide.
Nah, you ain't gonna grab my dick.
Yeah,
I get you on it.
There's principles.
And I'm glad people are coming out. I don't never want that twisted. I just I hope that more people actually come out with stuff in real time.
Yeah.
More and more.
Yeah, instead of way after the fact,
Yeah, there's
more and more. I mean,
So there's another allegation. This is involving Olivia Munn and Brett Ratner.
This one's iffy though.
Yeah,
this one's super iffy.
This one is iffy because apparently, according to him, they were in a platonic relationship, so they were smashing. But she's saying that
wait, you said a platonic relationship, and then you said,
well, yeah, they were whatever, sexually platonic, whatever. They were hooking up.
okay,
I don't know if they were an item per se, but they were fucking. He went on G4 and was saying that he smashed a bunch of times. But
It's like after she left the show, right?
I think it's before on the show. He said he knew her before she was Olivia Munn, and he put out her government name. He said, I knew her as Lisa Munn.
So what's she accused of? What's she saying?
So she's saying that he was eating cocktail shrimp, pulled out his dick, and was masturbating out in public with her sitting there.
That's just a Friday night, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So she
Isn't
said,
that how you supposed to eat cocktail shrimps? With your cock out?
with extra cocktail sauce?
Dude, platonic don't mean that you have sex, though. They're just to put that out there.
Yeah. I was just doing that out there
You
because
don't,
whatever.
you don't know what the fuck word
No.
it is. But all right,
Didn't.
keep going.
But so that was another allegation that's starting to pop up today. But she made these claims back in 2011. They're
think
just
she wrote her.
resurfacing
So he didn't touch her. He whipped his dick out.
and jerked off.
Okay.
That's still inappropriate. I mean,
Yeah.
It's inappropriate. Were they working together or not?
I think they're at a restaurant.
hold on. Like if there was somebody I was not attracted, like if I had like a 70 or not even 70, like a 55-year-old lady. I'm trying to eat my fucking lunch. I'm having a shrimp cocktail. She just whips her pussy out. She's jacking out in front of me. I'm like, girl, put that shit away. You know what I mean? I want to see
Old
that.
lady.
Yeah, what the fuck you doing? You know what I mean?
This is true.
So, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see somebody jacking out when trying to eat.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just that if they were in some type of relationship where they had been bumping uglies one way or another, and they got some weird external kink of exposure or whatever, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but this doesn't seem as bad as a 14-year-old and rape.
It doesn't seem as bad, but it's still resurfacing because this is stuff that came out like years ago.
But again, did they work together or not? I'm sorry. What was the answer to that?
I believe. Oh yeah. No. She was hanging out on the set of After the Sunset, which he directed, and she was hanging out there.
Oh no, if he directed it and she was an actress on it, yeah, that's all bad.
Well, unless they're in a relationship.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
it's a little different.
So that's what
they possibly could have been.
Yeah. So it's funny because he came out on G4 and busted all out this information. They actually cut the interview short when he was throwing out government names.
He was talking all that shit. You know what's funny is that I went to high school with a Lisa Munn, not that Lisa Munn.
I know exactly whomstead you're talking about.
Whomstead.
Yeah. There's all kind of stuff going on right now in terms of allegations with stuff.
Just expect more.
I'm also going to say this. Allegations don't always mean the truth is being told.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that things have been proven to have happened the way that it's
But
being
we live in
alleged.
America where people are generally innocent to proven guilty. People forget about that shit all the time.
I hear you.
But when it comes to shit, like, this is what I hate seeing, is like, what I said is true, but if somebody accuses you of something and you respond to it the wrong way,
Yep.
we just gotta assume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Spacey
Yeah.
fucked up. Like,
He definitely
basically,
fucked
he
up.
made us all believe, okay, you did this shit and probably much more.
Yeah. Like,
And he's always had a private life too, so who knows
Yeah.
what else?
like
is
him
gonna be
saying,
out
oh, could have done it.
Yeah.
I was drunk, could have done it.
Yeah, he
That
was
sounds like
fuck?
26-year-old me.
there. He
Yeah,
basically
I
said,
mean-
"I like touching little boys." Basically.
Yeah.
You should have said it in like the president's voice.
So he probably was at Bryan Singer's party. I'm just saying.
I fucking like House of Cards. I want to finish the fucking series, but now I can't.
It's so.
Well,
I
what
mean,
sucks is
damn
there's
it.
so many people who worked hard for on
Yeah, and he
that great
Fuck it all
show,
up, yeah.
and they don't deserve it. Like if you're a writer or director or another actress, you don't have anything to do with what he did. You know what I mean? But now you lost your fucking job over this.
Or some gay shit.
Yeah, well, rapey shit.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
You know?
selfish
He
motherfucker.
was good in American Beauty too, even though, I mean, it was an underage girl, so.
Actually, you know what?
Motherfuckers.
The signs, man. The signs were fucking
It's like
there.
R. Kelly, goddammit. All his songs were about fucking little kids.
Damn.
damn.
It's bullshit.
The one that got me though for Kevin Spacey was that Modern Warfare,
Yeah,
Advanced
Warfare,
meme,
yeah.
where there's like an actual cutscene with his character on that Call of Duty game saying, right up here, there's a great junior high school, and they freeze frame or screenshot that shit and turned it into a meme. I was like, holy fuck.
all bad. You don't even
All
need
bad.
to turn it into me. Just screenshot with the subtitles. Done.
Yes.
It's done.
All bad. Fucking
The internet, man. The internet's quick to roast
Yeah.
people. Let
What's
some
it
information
say?
get out, and bam.
What did they say in like me? The internet's undefeated.
yes. All day, every motherfucking day. God damn. Okay. All right. Do we want to switch to some movies or staying on TV? Because we got a bunch of games to go over later.
We do.
That we do.
Do
So
we
we
want to do TV first?
Yeah, we can do TV first.
All right. You were talking about that bot?
watched
Blue
Mr.
was,
Robot.
but we
Alright.
can talk about that bot.
Yeah, because I'm Mr. Robot, but not Flash or Supergirl yet.
All right.
About
Okay.
that bot.
So in this last episode of Mr. Robot, we had basically had a backstory of where Tyrell has been since he went missing, and it's epic, dude. Like you get to see he's like he gets taken to a cabin, and he's just out there like just fucking basically loses his mind until like he finally gets around to like cutting up wood and shit like
yeah,
that.
chopping wood is what you
Yeah,
do.
he spends fucking time chopping wood, which I guess is a symbolism for him masturbating. Cause that's what I'm assuming
I don't
chopping
know.
wood is for.
All I know is that he's deeply obsessed with Elliot.
Dude, like creepy assess. Like he's like, I can't do shit without Elliot. Like I need Elliot's dick right now.
so, yeah.
We know that he will fuck dudes just to do it, and he has this hot ass wife. So
He had a hot
yeah,
ass wife.
had.
She was fucking smoke show. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a fucking shame.
Dude, that was like the biggest letdown in the entire series is the wife being murdered.
Yeah.
That shit was, and like I was like, okay, maybe she's alive, But when
No.
they showed her peeling back open her head, I was like, oh man, she's gone. I showed a little thug tear, but yeah, we got to see where Tyrell has been, and like we got to see like little bit of a backstory of like when Elliot was in jail, how like the not F Society but the Dark Army basically was protecting him because we got to see Billy Badass again, and he kind of talks. He's talking to was he talking to BB1 or somebody else? Or he's
talking about Joey.
Yeah, Joey Badass. Sorry.
Smoke show, man.
Yeah, she's on. It's funny. She's on Legends of Tomorrow.
Really?
Is she really?
She's in one episode. So she's the female Firestorm.
Oh, that's
Really?
right. Yeah.
She's a female
But that's like
Firestorm.
season 1 or 2.
I think season 2.
Yeah, she's
I bet
bad.
she does the best fucking shits on carpet.
Oh God!
Well, she's into that freaky
Swirl,
shit,
yeah.
or at least her character is. Man, she should have been on that marry, fuck, kill list because she would have won all 3 roles for me.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. Oh, so we have, real quick, we have a new World Series champion.
Oh yeah, the Houston.
Houston Astros take the championship.
Good for the professor.
The professor's probably jerking off all over his TV right
good
about
for
now.
Houston in general. They have to deal with the hurricane shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So this is the
Conspiracy.
first.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Damn.
All right, so going back to that bot.
with Tyrell, like we get to see him slowly going crazy, and he's like slowly like still stalking his wife, like watching news reports, and like I can't remember that detective guy. So Tyrell tried to like leave the cabin. They're telling him like you can't leave because you're like the number 1 most wanted person. So he goes out and fucking tries to like walk back home, and he gets spotted by a police officer who just luckily decided to go pull him over. And so he gets
fit the
captured.
description.
Oh yeah, he fit the description.
Hey, I know shit.
Damn.
Like, could you not have like had a worse outfit? You're wearing sweats.
He looked like a fucking
like a
Unabomber.
Unabomber.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking sunglasses, a fucking hat, and a beard. It's
He
like
was walking
fuck
while
outta here.
white. Come on now, you gonna get fucked up.
How often does that actually happen?
And it was like he tries to run from the cops, but it's like, dude, you don't know where the fuck you are. And the cop just
No.
came out of nowhere and got him. But so the cop was gonna give him back to the FBI, and when the FBI truck pulled up, poor little cop got blasted in the fucking
He
dome.
got fucking brain. That shit was great.
Yeah, but what's cool, fucking Tyrell was he was getting himself out of the handcuffs, so he had to break his own fucking finger and shit.
Yeah, thumb. That was hardcore.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, his wife took fucking a knife or a fork and stuck in her vagina so she can have her baby. So you remember that shit from last first season?
yeah.
God
All
damn.
bad.
Does not fuck around.
No.
Yeah.
That's a
So
ride or die chick right there.
yeah, in the beginning of the episode, we see like towards the end of season 1 where Tyrell and Elliot meet to like add Tyrell to the project, and that's where Mr. Robot kind of comes out and is like, "Well, you're kind of done," and he's about to kill Tyrell, so he shoots, he shoots him, but the gun jams, so he doesn't get hit. So then Tyrell kind of feels like this is some kind of divine intervention that they need to be together, and Ella's gonna give it that ass to him or some shit. So he's like on his knees. He's like, "I'll suck your dick."
What's crazy is that in that
These
scene,
cheeseburgers.
like they do another switch between Mr. Robot and Elliot, and
Yes.
it's so cool the way they keep doing it. Like they just do like a quick flash and he's back to Elliot or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
or he steps out of the frame and comes back and he's Mr. Robot.
yeah.
Real quick.
But then like that gun plays a role because that's the gun that he used later to shoot Elliot. Because the gun got jammed then, but the detective guy fixed the gun so it shoots better. And then later on, that's when Tyrell.
He's the car salesman.
Yeah, I was
car-
gonna say you keep calling him a
And,
detective.
and he is one of my favorite characters in the whole fucking show.
Fucking awesome.
Dude, like when he stops that fucking SUV by using like OnStar and shit. And, no, he is a detective, isn't he?
No, he's
like a car
well.
salesman.
I think
He's like
he might be partially a detective, but he's definitely a fucking car salesman.
Yep.
Okay, because
He's
he's
like
doing
a-
some
he's-
spy shit.
He's a fixer,
Yep.
basically.
Mm.
That happens to be a car
Mr.
salesman.
Wait,
Wolf.
someone called in the wolf. Yeah.
But I was gonna say that yeah. So once he fixed the gun, that's the same gun that Tyrell used to shoot Elliot. Where you think that Elliot's dead, but he actually calls back the cleaner guy or whatever to come over and clean up all that mess. But yeah, this last episode was fucking great, and the shit that's going on with Darlene and shit too.
Well, before we get to that, man, you got to give a shout out to B.D. Wong.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Holy fuck.
Such a good actor.
Bay Area's own. He had
Yes?
no
I didn't even
fuck.
know that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you weren't here last week. Yeah, he's from the Bay Area.
Okay.
I don't know which part of the Bay, but he reps the Bay.
So he's on his fucking island in his 3-piece suit, giving orders to like it's like a
He's
newscaster.
an underling.
Yeah,
but
no,
he's
no,
a
the first guy,
newscaster.
the first underling.
yeah,
though, is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You learn English, bro.
Yeah.
Forgot here with the nonsense.
Yes. And then later on the news guy comes in.
God, hold on.
What?
1 second. BD Wong is 57 years old.
Are you
Holy
serious?
God
shit.
damn, he looks great.
He does.
He
Damn.
looks great.
He actually is aged way better than like Jackie Chan and some
Oh,
other
yeah.
folks. I mean, he looks young as fuck. I would have believed 30 something.
Yeah, he must moisturize.
Yeah,
Good shit.
guy looks great.
Yeah. He
You
keeps
know,
in shape.
fish oils and stuff.
Yeah.
He's short as fuck though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was pretty tall. He's only like 5'7".
No, he's
Nah,
5'5".
He looks short.
Go-
That's his presence.
Oh, yeah,
His
he's
presence
5'5".
on screen is huge.
Yeah.
He's a great actor, great dude, probably.
Yeah.
He's an inch taller than Olivia Munn.
Definitely short. He said he was born in San Francisco.
Oh wow. Okay. Good shit.
Oh.
But so he tells the second underling, the guy who is on the news and shit. How does he put it, man? He fucking, when he's talking to him, he's kind of like, promote this one, promote fucking like Trump.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
he's
air.
all. I need you to back a particular candidate, and they're like, "Who?" And they see Trump on TV, and he just nods and
I
looks.
was like, holy
And he's
shit.
the dude that's there. He's like, "You can't be serious. This dude's like a buffoon." He's all,
Yeah.
he's all, "I got a feeling."
Forgot about that
He's
part.
all, "This looks fun. Make that happen. Stop talking."
He does what he wants.
Yeah, and he's like sitting there. People bring him food and shit. He's just chilling. It's like assaulting some shit.
We got to
It's
see
awesome.
him talk about the time thing again too, but because he, you know how he's like not a factuated with it, but like he's always measured everything, but with time and stuff like that. That was him, right?
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah,
South
that
Guys?
was him.
And a
White
drag.
Rabbit. Because it ties into the whole White Rabbit thing.
Yeah.
But he's also always he was talking about Phase 2 again and about moving on and their timeline about Phase 2. But he was so nonchalant about it. He's just like directing folks. I need you to do this and do this. Why are you still here? Go. It's like, oh shit.
How the fuck has he not won an award for Mr. Robot yet?
Yeah, he needs to be
He's
nominated.
nominated. He was nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, he was, but he didn't get it. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? He needs that fucking Emmy, man.
Yes.
He should have been double nominated for being Hugo Strange and White Rabbit.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
dude,
Dude,
Sure,
Hugo
for sure.
Strange, he was amazing.
he
I
was
like,
made for that role.
holy
Like
shit.
he looked like Hugo Strange, like straight out of the fucking comics.
But everybody just totally forgot that Hugo Strange is not an Asian guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
But it's all right though. He did a
Yeah.
great job. So
Yeah.
there's sometimes where it's like when somebody new that's different ethnicity does such a good job, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
people weren't mad when what's the name was Perry White in the Superman movie.
yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you only had like
bad.
5 roles or 5 lines in that entire movie.
Nobody gives a fucking fuck
Yeah.
about that shit. All right.
But Mr. Robot continues to be a fucking great show and just mind twisting. Like theories that you had before just gets thrown out the fucking window.
Yeah, every time I watch it, I'm like weirded out because it's uncensored. Like when Darlene's talking to her boy and she's like, "I knew I shouldn't have let you fuck me."
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
"Oh
she does say
shit!"
that.
I was
She
like,
really
"Holy
does.
shit!"
Holy shit.
That was all bad.
And then she said, "Oh, you know, I was just kidding." No, you weren't, bitch. Fuck out of here, you fucking mind games.
Yeah.
Oh
Did
shit!
the last episode, did they go into like Elliot spying on Darlene and actually go into like that room or whatever where the FBI
Not
was
yet.
watching?
No.
Okay.
It'll be on tonight's episode.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Fucking now and
Yeah.
shit. All right, should we look at some of our wonderful sponsors before we jump into some? We got a
Yeah,
lot of
one second. One
because
second.
we got a lot of button pressing discussions.
Oh
to
wait,
have.
I got some news real quick.
What you got?
It's kind of sad,
What?
but did y'all even hear
What the fuck you talking about?
about IGN?
What?
Like,
So fine as Naomi Kyle is leaving IGN.
Well, I'm not surprised, man.
She's been there for a while.
They were lucky to have her ass.
Yeah, so she's moving on to. She posted a thank you letter on IGN and on her Twitter.
I'm a fap to it.
She's
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh shit, she is pretty. She's actually really tall.
Yeah.
I've seen her twice.
what's her name? Let me look her
Where's
up.
she going to?
Naomi
I didn't read the whole thing. I was just like, holy shit,
Too
she's
busy
fucking
fapping.
leaving. Yeah, pretty much.
All that sexiness.
All that sex.
They're lucky they had her for that long, though. Seriously, because
Yeah, because Naomi's
it's
pretty
like
fucking
5 years.
Well, I still got
plus.
Jessica Chobot, which I was surprised that they.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because
Well, no,
she
isn't
wasn't
she-
always with IGN.
No,
Well-
but she had a baby and everything.
Yeah,
right?
she
She
got
got
well,
married.
Chobot's now with Nerdist.
Yeah, she's with Nerdist now.
Oh, she switched? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw her still on IGN.
She pops in every now and then.
Yeah.
She'll help out, but she's mostly Nerdist. Like every week she does podcasts with Nerdist. She's at Nerdist panels, which we've seen her at. That's why I saw my waifu, Amelia Talon. Who else? What has she done? She does. She always does the Nerdist news.
Yeah.
So she does Nerdist news like every day.
It's gonna be hard to replace her.
Yeah. Naomi Kyle's pretty fucking
That
bad.
chick is hot.
Salute. All right.
All right, so this next portion of the podcast is going to be brought to you by GameFly. What is GameFly? I don't know. I'm just kidding. GameFly is a monthly subscription service, and it's like a rental service for video games and movies. What they do is you make a list of games, and say you want to play like Metal Gear Solid, Phantom Pain, and Tekken 5, and a bunch of other games. You just make a list, and then what you do is you send that list to GameFly after you pay, obviously, their monthly fee. They send you your game, and when you're done with the game, you send it back. They send you the next game on your list. It's a pretty epic service. It's the same deal with movies, and it's a good way if you're used to the old school style of renting games, like back in the Blockbuster days, which are garbage, to avoid late fees. Because as long as you're paying that monthly fee, there are never any late fees. So you get to basically keep a game to play it as long or short as you want to. Like, say if you play a game that's a new game, and you get it in, you thought it was garbage, you send it back the next day, and you'll get the next game on your list. And it's a pretty easy way to kind of not only save money on games, but to also, I guess it's a smarter way to play games. Because, like I said, there's a lot of games out there that you might not like, that you don't know until you get it if you don't watch a lot of reviews. And even sometimes reviews are kind of BS too, to be honest.
You get fooled.
Yeah, you can get fooled. So, yeah, there's a bunch of games out there right now that we're playing. In particular, I think another game that's going to be probably Game of the Year, it might be out Zelda, is Mario Odyssey. So, yeah, that's a contender for Game of the Year. I'm playing it right now, and so far, I have to agree with most of the internet. The game is perfect. So, Nintendo just kind of came in and kicked the industry in the teeth because they said that, oh, well, it's underpowered. Oh, well, you can't do a mobile / I guess, on TV gaming experience and make it work, but they have. You don't need a tremendous amount of graphics if your core importance is gameplay and telling a story, and that's what most of their games do well. It's what Zelda did well. It's now what the new Mario game's doing well. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A bunch of other games that are coming out soon is Call of Duty World War II, right?
WW2.
What else is coming out? I can't remember. There's a bunch of games coming out.
Battlefront 2 is coming.
True.
What was it? Did you already mention Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I did. Games that just came out are South Park: A Fractured But Whole just came out. Shadow of War just came out, which I am thoroughly enjoying. That's one of my favorite games of all time. They need to take that system to more. Yeah, Evil Within 2, bless you.
Thank you.
Just came out. But yeah, this is a great time for gaming, especially with the holiday season coming up. Like, if you can't think of a present for somebody, just get them a GameFly account. And what's great about it is that we're going to offer you a free month on us.
What?
So you can basically give somebody a free month for free and they won't even freaking know. That's right. You can give them some free stuff they won't even know. So if you go
and it cost you nothing.
Yeah, if you go to gameflyoffer.com/BTI, you'll get your first month of subscription service on us. It's a great service if you're a parent with kids and you don't care about games at all.
I got a surprise for you. I just motherfucking signed up.
Oh, awesome. So yeah,
I'm gonna sign up too.
So once again, it's gameflyoffer.com/BTI for the first month of subscription service on us. And now, on with gaming, Mario Odyssey. Talk a little bit more about it. This game is so fucking awesome. I forgot how much I love Mario games. It's a platformer, but it's a really great platformer. They added in new mechanics that have just like blown my mind. And this one, it's a really different Mario game because in the beginning you get defeated by Bowser. And
you lose?
Yeah, you lose like right away. And it's kind of weird. And then like your new thing in the game is you get this thing called Cappy, and basically it's your hat, and you can use your hat as a weapon.
Same hat that he's always had, though?
Yes, but it gets torn up in the very beginning, and then you end up getting another one that can change into different hats. And so not only is it a weapon, but it's also you can reach other places. So basically you can throw this hat out, and you can jump on the hat to like get further, and then you can also throw the hat on certain enemies and objects and take over that object or enemy.
Is that why the T-Rex had the hat on?
Yes, because you can turn into a T-Rex pretty early on in the game. It's pretty dope because the T-Rex is like realistic looking, but Mario was still like
cartoony
looking. Yeah. So anytime you take something over, you get the hat goes on them and like little Mario mustache. So it's pretty funny.
Now when you warp into the character's body or whatever, it does something weird, right? Isn't it like some weird like graphics or effects happen, or is it just like instant?
Only the first time he does that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The first time you do it, it's like kind of crazy, but after that, it's super quick. There's hardly any load screens, which is kind of nice because their worlds are pretty big. You're finding, just like I think Mario Galaxy had this too. Instead of fighting stars, you're fighting moons. and there's like a lot of hidden moons that you can go back and play and like do stuff. So I'm pretty sure you can pass the game quickly. Well, within like probably like 10 hours or less. But there's so much more stuff after you beat the game that I've heard. Like there's more levels after the game, and then also going back and finding all the actual moons is kind of difficult.
So you're gonna replay it?
Oh yeah, like I haven't beat it at all. I'm nowhere near. I'm on like the third world maybe. So, and it's like it's really enjoyable. It's like a real throwback to like old school gaming.
That's good.
The only thing that is kind of weird though is that there's pretty much no, I guess, penalty for death. You lose 10. You lose 10 coins.
Wait, you don't have a life meter? Like
you have a life meter. You can die, but like when you die, you just lose like 10 coins, which is basically nothing in the game.
I'm sorry. You got to back up for me. Like, can you have 5 lives or whatever?
No, there's no lives
At all?
No, it's tied to how many coins you have.
Oh shit! So it's like Sonic almost then.
Yes and no.
Like when you died in Sonic, you lost all your rings.
Yeah, but you don't
right?
lose all your rings.
No, you lose 10 of them.
You only lose 10.
Okay.
And I've had literally over 1,000, like easily. You can get 10 in like the first 10 minutes of the game.
Okay.
So, and you also have lives. So unless you fall off like a cliff or something like that, where you lose all your life. But if you get hit by enemies,
More like health, though.
yeah, you have 3, I guess, hearts.
Okay.
And then you can double it to 6 if you get like a certain like extra heart thing. So it's kind in that respect, there's kind of no like penalty for dying.
Are you and K-Mac playing it 2 players?
Not yet. We're going to eventually, but
Okay.
right now she's probably playing it right now or watching Stranger Things.
Also, it is a 2-player game?
Supposedly, but we haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay.
2-player.
Good shit. So you'll keep us updated on that review since it sounds like you're still early on.
Yeah.
Big news. I mean, we talk about something that it's at least going to be nominated for Game of the Year, and I have not played it myself, but PUBG's coming to Xbox.
Oh, player unknown battlegrounds.
Battleground.
Yeah, they talked about this at E3.
Well,
But
but
they
we
have a
haven't-
release date.
But there is a hard release date. It's official, and it's right around the fucking corner.
Yeah, the only thing is, I don't know if they're adding the zombie element to it yet. I don't know if it's like caught up to the PC, but
Yeah, but it looks like a December 12th.
yeah, it's really close. That's
That's like,
a little over a month.
yep.
So we knew it was coming.
Are these
So
the same guys that make like Counter-Strike and stuff?
no. Shit, what did they make?
This is a studio that we haven't seen any other big games from that I'm aware of.
Yeah, this is the game that's been talked, but it's been on the PC for what, a year and a half,
Yeah,
roughly.
something like that.
So, but this is the first time it's coming to the consoles. So a lot of people are all up in airs about. It looks fun and interesting. It's got a cool concept to it. So I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. I might.
Really?
It's just I don't know. To me, I kind of feel like it has like that Left 4 Dead type thing, but it's not. There's no zombies unless I don't know. It
Sounds like that mode is like on the PC right now, and it'll probably be everything that's on the PC for the most part. I think would be added in terms of modes.
I would hope so. So I'm gonna wait to see how it translates over to the console. I'm gonna wait for people to be like, "Oh, you should totally get this," and I'll see what's up. Plus, I'm wondering if they're gonna sell it as a like $60 game or $40 game. We'll see.
It'll probably
It should be $40.
Yeah, it
You think
should
40?
be.
40?
Yeah, it's been out for a while, so I mean, why would you pay? Like, if you have both a console, if you have an Xbox and you have a PC, why would you pay $60 for the game? When you can just pay like 30, 40 and get it on PC.
Okay, we'll see. It's about to drop though.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Paris Games Week.
I didn't even know what the fuck this was. All of a sudden, all kinds of shit.
It's a big annual thing for Europe.
No
you know?
shit.
Or it's big for gaming, period. But it's big in Europe. Sony done dropped 51,000 trailers without a whole bunch of release dates, but whole bunch of trailers. We got Spidey dropped hard.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Well,
And it was like Easter egg in it, right?
let's be fair here, because I don't like to be, I guess, biased with PlayStation, even though I kind of am.
What do you mean?
Most of these trailers were nothing new.
Well, the Spider-Man had.
No,
I thought
that
the Spider-Man had something
yeah,
new coming to
Spider-Man
it.
showed a lot
From
more.
Spider-Man was announced a long time ago.
Did you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this
yeah.
trailer though? I thought this was.
I don't care if it's a new trailer. It's a game that already got announced a while ago.
True.
The game got announced, yes, but
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
saying
what-
the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, the
Has
trailer,
new content.
it's good, but I just don't want to be like, oh my god, it's so amazing, but they announced it. They didn't announce too much new shit, except for,
the new villain.
well, no. There's a game that we're going to talk about in a minute that was announced, finally.
Sure.
But, like, a lot of the games were just, like, shit we already knew about. So I wasn't really that impressed.
Oh well, okay.
I mean, I'm impressed by Spider, but I was already impressed by Spider-Man trailers before.
I was,
You know?
but okay, and I hear you. I was both impressed before and even more so now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. We got God of War, we got Last of Us 2, and we got Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit was probably the most disturbing.
Last of Us 2, right?
Yeah, Last of Us 2, and God of War and Spidey. And there was other stuff. A lot of VR, they went pretty hard on VR stuff.
Yeah, so I guess Doom VFR is coming on to the PlayStation. Which is
Yeah,
cool.
and
there's
there's a few. I didn't write down everything, but there was quite a few VR announcements, and I thought you guys would be all over those.
Well, I mean, honestly, my VR's been in my box for a while because with the kid and stuff, I just don't have time.
Yeah,
so.
I hear you. Which one of these, I guess, impressed us the most, or which one excited us the most? Even though, yes, Cronus is right, some of these were already previously announced earlier in the year. We know that.
Some of them were announced years ago, like Detroit Being Human was announced like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
dude, it's so crazy for Detroit when they have it in. I think it was in Japan. They had they had a booth for it, and they had actors in cages, like in boxes, whatever, playing cybernetic roles, and people couldn't tell if they were robots or if they were actual real people, like the way their movements and stuff were done. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'll also point out, even though they did this at Paris Gaming Week, there's also literally next month PlayStation Expo, where there probably will be additional announcements as well.
Oh,
so this isn't their last big, out there event to the public of here's what's coming.
Yeah, the Detroit trailer was kind of disturbing, where you had basically they have this assistant android robot come in and help this family, where the dad's just drunk, and he's upset that his wife had left him, and you play the robot, which is this lady that's supposed to cook and clean and take care of the kid, but one night the dad gets drunk and you have to decide on what you're gonna do, and it determines whether the kid lives or dies, whether you live or die, whether you escape with the kid or stay there and try to fight the dad. It was super depressing, kind of, or creepy, or both. It's hard to say. There's a lot of emotions going on, but it was a really disturbing trailer for that game.
One of the brand new ones I forgot to mention was
I mentioned in the chat room.
Okay, from Sucker Punch, and that was
It's a samurai game.
Yeah, Tsushima something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called wait, no, this is called Ghost
something.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, which I had never seen. Maybe I missed it, but I had never seen that before.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Yeah.
Did you see that there's another Guacamelee game?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
number
But
two.
that game was
That
fucking
game was
dope.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what they need to come out with again is God damn it, what was the I can't remember the name of that fucking game. That was a really good one.
The Rocket League?
Viva
No,
Pinata.
something about
Oh, the princess one?
no, the Thongs of Virtue. What was the name of that
What
fucking
the-
character?
Thongs of Virtue.
Hold on, I'll bring it up.
Look it up.
Are you talking about
Was
Rumble
it a-
Roses?
Was it an indie game?
Yeah.
Rumble Roses is pretty funny.
Death Spank.
Oh yeah.
Death Spank was one of the best fucking games.
That was on PS3,
It
right?
was on PS3.
Yeah.
They need to come out with a new one because it was Death Spank and then Death Spank 2 Thongs of Virtue.
I never played the sequel. That's what it was.
It's so
Okay.
fucking fun.
Yeah. The one that got a lot of quote unquote controversy, even though I thought some of that was bullshit, was The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, let's talk about the controversy for a minute. Because
Yeah.
it came from Polygon, it came from somebody, I believe it was a woman. It doesn't really fucking matter if it was a woman or a man, you're a fucking idiot. All right,
What
so
are they an idiot about?
because they were complaining about how it's time to end violence against women in games. I'm like, no, it is not. Or stop having violent trailers as well. First, the main thing was to stop such violent trailers, and then it said violence against women, which on both points, in a video game, no. I want to play violent video games. That's the way it's going to be. And if you're okay with male violence in video games, then you should fucking be okay with female violence in video games. Especially when it comes to this trailer, because the violence being perpetrated was by a woman on another woman. So get the fuck out of here with your fucking bullshit.
Well, not only that, but the women that are in the trailer seem to command the men in the trailer, because there's a woman that's about to torture another woman, and she commands the men to do harm on another woman. When that woman gets saved by a guy, that woman commands the guy that saves her. So
Yeah,
Go ahead.
there's basically they're baseless points on shit. And listen, I like playing violent video games. That's the way it's gonna be. because I don't want to be violent in real life. So I want to do it on video games, even though I am violent when I do martial arts and stuff. But it's like something I want to enjoy in a game. I'm not saying that I want to like beat up women, but I don't want them excluded. You know what I mean? Especially if the main character protagonist happens to be a woman. It's never been a problem in the past. I've never heard anybody complain about violence against men in video games, which is the vast fucking majority in video games. It's against the male. So just sit down, shut the fuck up, and please recognize that you're sexist as fuck when you try to point out that it's sexist to have violence against women but not against men. You're a fucking moron.
I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add this real quickly. They've run out of fucking things to say at this point.
Don't play the fucking game.
Well, what they do is they champion. We must have more women in video games. Must have more women in video games. Need to have female characters. Can't be looking sexy. Blah 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 blah. And at the very same time, you can't have anything related to violence that involves women in a video game, even though these games are rated M for mature. So if you want a female character in a game that's rated M for mature, it goes along with the territory that there may be violence that is involved in the story.
And if you're trying to protect your kids from playing these type of games, don't let them fucking play the games. Like, be a goddamn parent and like monitor what games your kids are playing. Just don't go out there buying any fucking game that your kid want. Like, research and find out exactly what's going on in the game.
Box.
Yeah,
the box has an M. That's
it's like, I mean, along your same lines, like you can't say, hey, we need more representation in video games, but then relegate women to quote unquote traditional women roles. You know, you just can't do that. You can't have them not getting hurt. You can't have them always getting saved.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have to get in the fucking gritty shit.
Yeah. Where was this with Laura Croft?
Yeah, exactly.
There was a reporter, and it was a male. He was talking about how Laura's supposed to. He basically said she's supposed to be not in so many words, but it pretty much was supposed to be she's supposed to be docile. And why is she doing all these violent acts and all this shit? I'm like, dude, she's being attacked and she's doing what she needs to do to survive.
Laura Croft. She's a superhero, basically.
She pretty much is. She is a cultural icon.
Absolutely.
So,
well, here's another thing too. I don't care what the fuck publication these folks are from. You can't tell me that they're real fans of video games. You just aren't.
They're not.
You are somebody who already has an agenda, who was given and you're a writer, maybe just a bloggist. And you're given the platform to be able to spew your bullshit, but you're not a fan of video games if you believe any of this shit. If you're a fan of video games, for the most part, you're going to be excited because the trailer looked awesome. Yeah. That's it. That's all you're going to talk about.
And the problem that I had was that the person was saying that in the trailer you were given no context about all this violence. I'm like, yeah, you dumb fuck. Welcome to today.
It's a trailer.
That's what trailers do. It's for intrigue. Like, you don't want to see all the plot points in a fucking trailer. Because if you saw the plot points in a trailer, why the fuck did you play the game?
Well, I'll go one step further. The game's not done.
Yeah,
they're literally working on the game. You know, I mean, I'm sure they have an outline, but they haven't filmed all the cutscenes yet. I'm sure they haven't.
Yeah, it's like, what trailer has context? Like, seriously, like none of them have context.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's stuff missing. Like, they did the same shit with the first Last of Us. They gave us very little nuggets of what's going on. So you got just like a taste of what was going on. Once you play the game, you realize how dangerous this world.
They brought that up too, but basically what this writer said is that in the other trailer it wasn't against women. I'm like, okay, you're obviously fucking biased. You're obviously biased. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Don't play it then.
Yeah,
this game obviously isn't for you. Not every game is for every gamer, even. You know, and I don't believe this person is a gamer.
Yeah, whoa,
like Prodigy doesn't like fucking Journey.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, he doesn't. But that was the only game that's been nominated for a Grammy.
Fuck that game.
Yeah,
for a Grammy. Wow.
Yeah, the soundtrack was nominated for.
You know what? They owe me 8 trophies.
It's also the first game to not get a Grammy. So.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Some games you see, and you're just like, okay, that's good for those folks or whatever, and I don't have to play it, but
I would
understand. The complaining was ridiculous.
I would understand if the trailer had like a rape scene.
It didn't, though. It did.
And if the trailer had like this dude, a guy cursing out a chick and calling her everything under the sun, then I'd be like, oh,
even if it had a rape scene, which obviously you shouldn't put it in a trailer for everybody to see.
Truth.
But if a game has a rape scene in it, it depends on. First of all, rape happens.
Yep.
So let's not pretend here that rape is like some magical thing that doesn't happen anywhere. All right, it happens. It's a vile thing, and as long as they're not saying that, hey, rape's a good thing, then I don't really give a shit if it's in my game.
And it's a mature game.
Yeah. It needs to be put in a certain context of this is a scumbag doing this to a woman. It's usually never put in the context of
This is
a
great.
good thing.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, which
do
people
this to
always
get
fucking just gloss over.
Yeah, do this to get trophies.
Oh, that would be all. But now people would be pissed.
Hot,
Yeah.
hot coffee. You know. Which wasn't actually in the game.
Yeah, it's not. You had to hack the game.
Oh, you had to hack it. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot. It's been so long. God damn, I love that one though. CJ fucking. That was good shit. We still got more gaming shit going on. God damn it.
Oh shit! You know what game we didn't
holiday.
talk about in our
Which one?
ad? It was fucking Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 2, yeah. New
Wolfenstein 2.
Colossus.
Apparently they showed a lot more shit at the Paris Games
I'm
Week.
sorry. Is that out right? Or is it next
It
week?
was on next week.
Yeah,
Next week. Okay. That one looks good. Looks really good. This one blew my mind, and I was not ready for this. Motherfucking Monster Hunter has Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn as a playable character.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
play the game until they said that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, though.
Yeah.
And, and it looks like that little robot thing is with
Yeah,
her. So
yeah.
Yeah,
come
so
on.
it's a skin for because usually in the Monster Hunter games you have like a cat. They're called like Nyans or whatever. So you change the skin of your cat to a Watcher.
Yeah.
So you're a Watcher and you
How
get to
cool
be
is
Eli.
that, though?
So this isn't the first time Capcom has had like other
Oh, it's
characters.
a Capcom game?
Yeah, it's a Capcom game. Yeah, Monster Hunter's a
okay.
Capcom game.
This is my first one.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. This has
actually,
always been Capcom.
If you're not familiar with Monster Hunter, which I am not, if you go on IGN right now, they have a decent video like explaining Monster Hunter
good.
and like why this one's important and shit like that. So
Good.
it's like 5 minutes long, but it explains enough.
That's
Yeah.
wait,
Wait,
I'm
this
gonna watch
isn't-
that right now or tonight.
Wait, this
I'm a-
isn't Pokemon we're talking about?
Yeah, no. It's fucking, yeah, it's weird because they've had characters from other Capcom games in their Monster Hunter.
Is Ryu
series.
in there? That'd be fucking dope.
I
So, like,
think
fucking-
Ryu and Ken at one point were. I don't remember which one. There's a couple random like shit. There's even ones from other franchises that you can get.
But this is still
playing
big
it.
though because again, Aloy is new. She
Yeah,
just came out
and-
literally
and
this year,
what-
and she's
and-
not with Capcom.
So this game is cross-platform. However, the Aloy skin is exclusive to PlayStation 4.
Well, that makes sense. But
So-
that is just fucking dope. And you have Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC dropping like next week.
2 weeks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get not only do you get new levels, I heard it's 15 hours of additional
That's a
gameplay.
Yep.
lot.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Pay attention, Destiny.
Oh, god damn
And,
it.
Damn.
and you get a whole new skill tree.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
looks
get-
good. That looks
you
good.
There's new monsters, which they really teased at. You don't really see them fully, but I don't think they released a number on how many monsters. Apparently, there's going to be quite a few.
Get the
I
lamb.
mean, that game was fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I can't wait to play that DLC. Speaking of Destiny 2, we do get
Curse of Osiris.
Curse of Osiris dropping December 5th.
Yeah. So did you
And there's a
see?
trailer.
Did you see who they brought in for the DLC?
Remind me.
So they brought in Marina Bacarian from Gotham,
Yeah.
Deadpool.
pretty
She's the
hot.
voice. So she's Osiris is a character in the DLC. She is the voice of Osiris's ghost.
Okay.
So basically, if you've never played Destiny, a ghost is basically your personal assistant.
I really want one of those in real life because I feel like,
Oh,
like,
that'd be
floating around.
like instead of
yeah.
having a cell phone, everybody should have like a little fucking ghost.
That'd be fucking
Yeah,
dope.
that'd be pretty fucking dope.
So that was cool. I'm glad they have a release schedule with that shit.
Yeah, so it comes out before the end of the year, which is cool. So
And they also showed more gameplay footage of God of War.
Yes.
Next one, which is cool because I didn't know that the son is basically like a helper character. Mm-hmm. And so that's really cool. You know, putting your son in harm's way is probably kind of bad. But he's Kratos. You know, he makes all kind of bad decisions. He's literally wearing the ashes of his dead wife and kids. So
Yes.
but
Yes.
he whoa,
First family.
To his credit, though, he was like branded that.
That's not to his credit.
I mean,
It's not to his credit.
it's not like he. It's not
did it
like
on
he.
purpose.
It's not like he bathed himself. He was
it's
tricked.
It's not like he killed his wife and kids because he
But
did.
he did, but he was tricked.
It doesn't matter.
He was tricked. He was tricked by the God of War. That's the whole reason.
No. You can't say it was tricked. He didn't. There's consequences. Goddammit. If he fucking lost to a barbarian, all right, and he decided to take fucking devil's candy and be like, oh, you know, I'll do whatever it takes to beat this guy.
Wait, Devil's Candy. He ate ass.
God damn it.
Brown starfish.
God damn it. Holy fucking shit. Y'all ain't shit. God damn.
Prodigy
I wonder
was
if the
ready.
kid. I wonder if the kid gets smash in this game in God of War since it's his son.
Probably will. You can fuck somebody in the beginning of all the games.
Yeah, there was. I got to that one point where you smashed 2 broads.
Oh, yeah.
That
It
shit
was
was
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Is that all the games that we got?
No, I feel like we're
Am I
missing
missing
some shit.
something?
I don't think so.
That was like the big news. And
Dude, I was looking at this.
Anybody playing Assassin's? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was looking at. There's a Sonic game coming out. Which,
Oh yeah.
They already had a big one earlier
There's
this
two.
year.
There's a Tails game, and there's the Sonic Heroes or some shit like that.
No, it's not. It's called. I was just
You
looking
were
at
just
it too.
watching the trailer, yeah. But
Yeah.
There's also a Tails game. Tails is from what, Sonic 2?
Don't nobody give a fuck about Tails. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
he has his own game coming.
What's interesting on Nerdist, they have this channel called Because Science, and they went into the science of how tails work, how like he can fly with it, and it was they talk about how fast his tail's got to go to lift him up and all this different chump shit. But at the end, they were like, you know what? When it all comes together, like his tail has to move. It has to be like on a ball joint where it can spin, and that Tails is just like the creepiest fucking mutant that you can ever see. And it's called Sonic Forces.
All right.
Okay.
And it comes out. It's not out yet. Oh yeah, I guess it is out.
All right.
You
And
can try
nobody
it for free.
gave a fuck.
Oh, it's on the Switch, huh?
Yeah, it's available for the Switch and the PS4 and Xbox One.
All right.
The Switch keeps getting more and more accolades, man. They're saying that it's possible that it could beat the Wii and maybe the PS2.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That would be big.
Yeah.
So wait, didn't they announce that the new Modern Warfare is supposed to be on the Switch? There's supposed to be some FPS, a big FPS on the Switch.
Well,
that was
Doom
Doom
and
and
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
I could have sworn Modern Warfare 2 was coming. Modern Warfare,
It
the
might.
new one.
It might.
Not necessarily at
I'm
launch.
sorry, World War II?
Yeah, World War II. Like, not at launch, but like a couple months later.
All right, well, look it up.
The Sonic Force game drops next week, November 7th.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
Oh, then maybe it was just Doom. I could have sworn they were saying some shit.
All right, were there anybody playing Assassin's Creed? That's what I was going to ask.
Origins?
I'm gonna buy it when it's cheaper
Okay.
because I just have a backlog.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I wanna play
it is getting really good reviews,
Oh
too.
yeah, I saw some of
So-
the best reviews of the whole series.
Exactly. So I'm
Wait.
interested. The other thing that was cool is it was an annualized game, and they listened to all these fans saying, hey, you're really putting out lazy products, shitty products on an annual basis. They took a year off. Was a year or 2 years? Might have been. It was at least 1 year, maybe even 2 years, and came out with something that looks like it is knocking people out. You know what I mean?
So, to Cronus, actually, mostly to the listeners, Cronus is probably going to do this anyway. But Black Friday and Cyber Monday will probably be your best bet to get all these new games if you want to buy them for cheap. I did this last year. I actually got Infinite Warfare for $35, and Battlefield 1 was $35 at the time. Just be on the lookout. Some places are already displaying their fucking Black Friday list already.
Yeah.
We saw one for Kohl's. Kohl's is doing the Xbox One S, not the X, the S, the one that came out about a year ago, but for less than 200. The PS4 is selling for about 200. I don't know if it's the 50 gigs or whatnot. Just be on the lookout.
There is no 50 gig PS4.
Oh, 500
500
gigs. Sorry. I
Like
was about
50
to-
gig, that's a game.
That's like a game.
That's half a game. Goddamn.
It could. I mean, you could get lucky. Maybe get a terabyte
I think I have a
PS4.
terabyte
But
one.
yeah, the Black Ops 3 one was a terabyte because I almost bought it. But still,
All right. I think that's it for gaming, unless we got any more.
no, we talking about Mario Odyssey already.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's switch motherfucking
Are you gonna
gears.
talk about your fucking New York trip or not?
Yeah, well, hold on. We got to switch gears a little
Well,
bit, bro.
what you scared for,
We're
bro?
going into the movies a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
We got big movies coming out.
I wasn't ready.
Ragnarok. God
Thor
damn.
got a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. Dirty Stu over in Scotland said he's seen it. He seen it, and it was like a top 4, top
Wait,
5 MCU film.
To
of
be
all
clear,
time.
the rest of the fucking world has seen it except for America.
That's fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
all bad.
I think I told this story before. Maybe I did. But when I was living in Qatar, I watched Iron Man 2. And then I was like, yeah, Iron Man 2 was great. And then people were like, you didn't watch that movie. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's not even out yet. I was like, what the fuck? And I looked, and yeah, it was like 2 weeks later. I was like, I saw that shit in IMAX in fucking Qatar.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
everyone else has seen it like 2-3 weeks before the U.S.
Yeah.
That's some
At
bullshit.
least.
That's some bull fucking
At
shit.
fucking least.
Everything should be released at the same fucking time.
Worldwide release.
Yeah. Well, Star Wars does that shit.
It does. Because
Yeah.
it got money, though.
They do. They better have money.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
It's hard, especially late. See, Star Wars kind of fucks up when they come out because it's like later in the year. And so China, they can only release a certain amount of American movies in China every year.
Yep. I think it's like 30.
Yeah, and so
Damn.
if Star Wars is not on that list, they get fucked out of some Chinese money.
So they got to make sure that they keep that window open for Star Wars movies.
They don't give a fuck. It's Disney. They're gonna we're gonna make billions anyway.
Yeah, and they are. In fact, during the World Series game, there was another 45-second new trailer for The Last Jedi. I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's gonna watch it. Everybody's excited about it. But this Thor, though, looks and sounds like it's gonna be one of those late in the year fucking sleepers. And I'm gonna flat out say, hold the fuck on.
The fuck?
I'm saying this might be the best year of comic book films ever, and we still got 2 big ass ones to go, and this one may be the best yet. That's saying something. We had Lego Batman, we had Spidey, we had Wonder Woman, we had Guardians of the Galaxy, and we got Justice League, and we have
we got all the Netflix shows too,
and the Netflix. I mean, come on now.
Oh, speaking of which,
TV
fucking
shows.
Punisher's out this month now, end of the month.
Yeah, November. Here we
Yeah,
go.
so all kinds of shit.
But
But
it's,
this ain't gonna be no sleeper. Everyone's been talking about Thor.
No,
since
what I'm saying, not a sleeper in terms of everybody's anticipating it. You're absolutely fucking right. All I'm saying is it may exceed box office expectations.
Oh, shit.
Like it may crack 800, 900 million worldwide,
Well,
which no Thor movie has gotten close to.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I enjoyed the first 2 Thor movies. I didn't think a lot of people shit on the second one. I found it enjoyable. It wasn't the greatest MCU,
Right.
but this one. First of all, probably you need to stop fucking calling this shit fucking World War Hulk.
It is
or
World War
fucking-
Hulk, goddammit.
This motherfucker. But yeah, I'm most people I know are looking forward to this. The question is, are you looking forward to this or Justice League more?
I'm looking forward to this more because I already know so much about Thor and Hulk in the MCU. But Justice League, I don't believe is going to be shit. Like, I don't think it's going to be a 4 out of 10 or anything close to that.
Yeah, I think
Really?
I'm feeling that way too.
I'm thinking it's going to surprise some people who believe that DC cannot produce any type of, really good movie, even after Wonder Woman.
I'm hopeful that it'll be entertaining and fun. I'm hoping it does well.
Do we see the Guardian of the Galaxy in the Thor movie, or is that the?
We don't know. There's supposed to be all kinds of cameos and spoilers and shit.
But
so-
wasn't there like a scene where Hulk gets hit by their ship?
We have not seen Hulk since
No.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, but
I'm not Hulk.
You're
Thor.
talking about
Thor gets hit by the Guardian of the Galaxy.
That was
ship.
from the leaked Infinity Avengers
yeah.
Infinity
That's what it was.
thing, which we saw. I'm sorry, we allegedly seen. Don't come after us, Disney.
Sainted it.
Yeah, so we saw that possible images allegedly that he got hit.
Yeah, I'm
Allegedly.
excited about the Thor movie because they're definitely taking some pages from the Guardian of the Galaxy, just the way like it looks and stuff like that, and the fact that it takes place in space. But Thor was it was a good movie because they made a Rainbow Bridge cool.
They did. Yeah, they did. It was fucking dope.
There we go. One of the new stars on Thor Ragnarok is Tessa Thompson. She was in the
fine.
Creed film from 2 years ago, whatever it was.
She's just
That was
also
a
in
great
Westworld.
film.
yeah, you saw it. Yeah.
That was
So-
like one of the best films, at least of this decade. Like,
Yeah.
easily.
It was
Well, what-
well done.
What film?
Creed.
Creed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
Yeah.
Westworld.
No, if y'all haven't seen Creed, go watch Creed.
I still haven't seen
Oh
it.
shit! When does
There's
Westworld
like
come back?
part of the movie where like Apollo Creed's son, where he's like doing like his montage of him like getting better, and then Rocky getting sick from cancer.
Yep.
And that's like it's heart wrenching and it's really cool to watch. Check out that fucking movie. Don't sleep on that shit. It's a really fucking good movie.
I
Absolutely.
still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
The sweetness is. Oh no, sweetness. I've seen Straight Outta Compton. I haven't seen that either.
No, dude,
Oh,
watch both of
what?
those. Creed is way better movie.
Yeah.
Really?
Straight Outta Compton's good too, but Creed is way better.
Interesting. But yeah, Tessa. She's also in Westworld.
Okay.
So she is in Westworld. Okay, cool.
But she has not proposition. That sounds like the wrong word. But she's
She wants to fuck somebody.
yeah. She's
She
had
already
some
did that.
meetings with Kevin
Feige.
Feige,
The cheese.
and all of the
Yogurt or
head
whatever.
honchos over at the MCU requesting an all-female MCU film. Here are the folks who have also done that. Obviously, ScarJo and shit. Joey Saldana and Brie Larson. Whomstead on Brie Larson.
No, I mean,
I don't know if this is going to... it could even fly.
Yeah, it's not going to yet because you're not giving us like the strongest female characters in Marvel yet.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you're not. I mean, Black Widow, nobody really gives a shit about.
Nope.
Sorry, I mean ScarJo's hot and all, but nobody really gives a shit about that character.
We haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. In
Yeah,
any
Captain
film.
Marvel's unknown.
There's still no America.
Is she playing Lady Sith? Tessa Thompson. I don't know.
No. She's playing Valkyrie.
Okay,
Because there is no Lady Sith in this.
Yeah,
but we don't.
Sif-
We have to see it.
even
Sif
still,
is Jamie Alexander.
basically a nobody character in the comics.
Yeah,
you know. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, they were a nobody comic. Seriously, it was a bunch of nobodies in that fucking comic.
Absolutely.
The main one of the biggest characters in it is not the main character in the movie. Drax the Destroyer
Oh yeah.
can defeat Thanos,
Yeah.
but that's like not shown in the movie. So, I mean, Marvel can make something out of nothing,
They can.
but they have not shown off any real solid female lead characters yet.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm looking forward to when they do.
One of the ones who I think has been shit on is maybe the most powerful, Scarlet fucking Witch.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She wrecked everybody in Age of
that's-
Ultron,
No,
and
not sure.
nobody has any fucking demand or is petitioning to have any solo film for her worth a damn, or have her be in some kind of all-female group.
Yeah,
but
but
she
how-
wrecked everybody.
How much she's in? What, 2 MCU movies
Yeah, she's
versus?
barely in Civil War.
But ScarJo's in like what 4 or 5 MCU
Yeah.
movies.
It's like 8 of
But
them.
we're already tired of her. That's the other thing.
Who's tired?
I'm
You
not
tired?
of her, but-
I'm fapping all day.
You ain't looking forward to her in Infinity
Yes,
War.
I am.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
She ain't doing shit in Infinity War.
Yeah, exactly.
What's she gonna do?
Yeah.
She gonna electrocute Thanos? What the fuck,
I'm
man? Get
looking
the
to
fuck out
see-
here.
She
I'm
gonna
looking
tickle
to
his
see-
balls.
Now, you know what? I'll trade this one out. You know what I would be down to see? You give me almost a buddy film with Gamora and Nebula.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd be even if it was earlier before they met up with Guardians.
Yeah.
I'd be down to see that because they have more of a connection with Thanos than anybody besides Drax in the entire MCU.
So in the MCU, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only talking MCU, but yeah, that would be interesting if you want to do some female leads because they're already badass and interesting.
Yeah, but they nerfed they nerfed some characters that were powerful, and they made other characters more powerful.
Yep.
Like Punisher.
Punisher's a god, goddamn it.
That is some bullshit. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, but I think that Marvel's gonna get a little bit more. They're gonna take some more risks because of how well Wonder Woman did. So Wonder Woman was a great movie, and Wonder Woman is a great character.
Yep.
And I think that Marvel should take note and be like, hey, we can make a decent movie with a lead female and make some money.
They can. It's a harder. I'm gonna admit this. It's
harder
a
with
harder
Marvel.
sell because Wonder Woman, as I've said billions of times, was already known all throughout the
Yes.
world,
And
and
there's-
so
there's-
Captain Marvel isn't.
Yeah, there's very few Marvel females that are very well known, except for like Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's Storm to a certain
And
extent.
Storm, yeah, but she's not going to get a solo film.
Nope, she
at
is
this
not.
point.
She sure ain't.
Yeah, because even everybody wants to talk about like the reason why Wonder Woman has a solid base behind her. She has a
Mount
solid
Rushmore.
comic book. Yeah, but Storm really doesn't. She has some
No.
solo stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not very popular, and that's just the way it is. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not even necessarily because she's black. It's just because they haven't really elaborated on her story.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely. I'm right there with it. It's an interesting concept. I don't think they've laid the groundwork to doing this or an A-Force at all.
if
Yeah.
they were smart, what they should do is bring in Storm into Black Panther.
That would be it's a rights thing with Fox, obviously,
Yeah.
but man, that would be fun.
Because if y'all didn't know, Storm and Black Panther get down.
Sure do.
Well, she becomes the queen of-
king and queen.
Yes, king and queen, and after that, she basically becomes like a legit goddess. She realizes that she's a goddess.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
back in the day, Black Panther was just Storm's husband.
Damn, we got quiet as fuck.
Yeah, you on some weirdness.
Well, you know what? It'll
Just
be
that as far as popularity, Storm was probably more popular than Black Panther back in the day.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it. Maybe in the 80s.
Yeah, in the
maybe.
like late '80s, early '90s, but I think in the '90s is when Black Panther like shot up.
You know, what'd be interesting to see is maybe Netflix doing a TV series on Storm.
Nah, they won't do it.
Yeah, I don't
It
see
ain't
that
gonna happen.
happening.
It ain't gonna happen.
I mean, they did it with fucking Jessica Jones, she had what 7, 8
Yep,
comics.
and
I mean,
she
they-
was a nobody.
they
That's what I'm
could.
saying. I mean,
They
Jessica
could.
Jones
Done it right.
was literally a fucking nobody character.
Nobody.
Yeah, she was forgotten.
Yeah, no. If you talk to somebody, if you want somebody in the street, go to a comic shop. Be like, hey, what you know about Jessica Jones? and they were like, "Oh, I read about her in the '90s." They're fucking bullshitting you.
Yeah, they lying.
They did not fucking read about Jessica Jones.
They lying like a motherfucker.
I'm reading the new one.
Yeah.
But the old one, I couldn't even read the whole thing.
So
Damn.
you know what? You know what they need to do? They need to do a series on Elongated Man. I'm just saying.
Elongated, man.
I
Yeah,
don't know what you're talking about.
Marvel's Plastic
That's
Man.
me when I'm horny. What are you talking about?
Ah.
The Mr. Terrific, not Mr. Terrific. The
Mr.
Fantastic
Terrific.
Four dude, Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic. No, Elongated Man is basically Marvel's Plastic Man.
All
But
right.
is it Mr. Fantastic also Marvel's version of Plastic Man?
So is Miss Marvel.
There you go.
Oh, that's true.
Speaking of some Marvel Netflix stuff, so while I was in New York, motherfucking city,
Ooh,
I stumbled upon Luke Cage right in the Lower East Side.
Like you saw him, like
I seen him. He
Oh,
walked
shit.
right by me. I gave him one of these head nods and said, "Always forward, pops." You know what I'm saying? Good stuff.
what? Was his theme music playing and shit? Like
In my head, it was. It was really cool though. It was really cool to see him. New York was fucking. It's just a dope
you get a-
town.
did you get a picture of him?
No, I didn't. I
remember-
didn't want to be that fan. You know.
Well, no, because when I went to New York, I saw fucking Spike Lee there doing
Yeah.
a commercial for a fucking pizza joint, which is fucking crazy. And I saw him like 3 other times on the Brooklyn Bridge, which was awesome. But
Did you get a picture?
yeah, I got a picture of him.
See, yeah.
Yeah, gotta catch those moments, man.
Yeah, I know. He looked like he was a little bit busy, but there are still hookers in Times Square too.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw one of the laziest ones like lying down in the fucking gutter. I was like, "Where's your goddamn pimp, girl?"
that's where she belongs. Goddamn. I'm just kidding. Yo. Unless you're a hooker, get out that goddamn gutter. Make some goddamn money.
Yeah, I mean, I unzipped and everything, but you know,
Oh, goddamn.
threw some pennies at her.
Get back out there and make me my money.
Yeah, but what's well worth it though? The 9/11 Memorial and
Dude,
Museum is so fucking worth it.
it's so crazy. Like when I went, just experience, like looking into it. It's like, dude, if I fall in here, I'm gonna die.
Oh, you're talking about for
The fountain thing.
Yeah,
yeah. But like that whole area, man, I think it's ridiculous.
yeah. Did you do the tour?
Not to do the tour.
The tour is cool because it kind of takes you piece by piece with like they have like a fucked up ass like giant fire truck and pieces of the needle that was on the North Tower, and just, you hear the actual stories from like folks making their last cell phone calls. I mean, it'll make you shed some thug tears. It really will.
Did you go into the what's the name of the building now? The
Sears Tower? Or
Freedom
Sears
Tower?
Tower.
Freedom Tower. Freedom Tower? No.
Is it the Freedom
it's
Tower?
a tower that replaced the
No,
Twin
I
Towers.
didn't go up in there.
Okay, because I know you can go all the way up to the top and like they have like observation deck. But I didn't get to do that, but I did it at Rockefeller. I went
Yeah.
to their rooftop, whatever.
But what's sad too is like I was last week in the same place where this attack basically occurred, and around the 9/11
Yeah, dude, that shit's fucking crazy.
fucking shit, and it's just disturbing. New York's a fun town. It's super walkable, and you just have literally just families and people hanging out and doing their thing, and nobody deserves to get mowed over, obviously. But
Was that your first time going, or
this is my second. It was Mishka's first, so it was just awesome to
did
go.
you take her to Times Square? Not Times Square, to Grand Central Station or Grand Central Terminal?
We didn't go there. We did.
Oh, you didn't?
We didn't go to Grand Central Station. No, but we hit up the park. We hit up some museums, and then we fucking went to Harlem. 125th Street is fucking legit. It's like the greatest mall you've ever been to in terms of like big stores, and then hood ass like street vendors selling like incense and playing reggae that you've never fucking heard of, loud as shit. Black as hell. Like when people tell you, "Oh, Harlem's been gentrified," no, Harlem is still black as fuck. But it's awesome. Yeah.
Did you go to the Statue of Liberty?
Didn't do Statue of Liberty. No. We stayed mostly in Manhattan.
You gotta take a boat there. Fuck that.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't doing that shit.
Can't trust
Got lost
no
on the
goddamn
subway.
boat,
They literally have fucking subways
Go
where
and see some French bullshit.
yeah, fuck that. But you have subway stations where like we got lost and shit where it says the exit is this way, and you fucking go to the exit, and we ended up in a fucking underground mall that had its, that had its own fucking
I know
bus
you're talking
depot.
about- yeah.
I was like, where in the fuck am I? It's so many layers down.
It's fucking crazy.
You're like 12 layers down, and there's
Bro, the Ninja Turtles are right there. Like,
yeah.
what's
I'm
going on
like, where
here?
in the? We got so fucking lost on the
Yeah,
goddamn
well,
subway.
hold up. Didn't you play the Division? You should know all your way in and
I
out.
know
through that
above
shit.
ground. I was good on the navigation. I was like, okay, Harlem's over there, Lower East Side, Upper West Side. You know what I mean? That's where Neo Yokio films. I knew that.
Yeah, don't bring up that shit on this phone. I already saw your bullshit ass
Yeah,
shirt. What the fuck's wrong with
like
you?
that. Totally wrong. But below ground, I didn't know shit, man.
Fuck
There's there's too many different levels and platforms for it, but it's great. It's a great town.
When you were in New York, did you go to shit? Did you try some of their when the Sweetness and I went to New York, every fucking corner had like a hot dog vendor Like every
wasn't going
fucking
to New
corner,
York to
dude.
try hot dogs.
Well, no, I'm
Oh,
not saying you didn't try
Oh,
it.
you didn't try the hot dogs? Dirty Water hot dogs, man?
I tried it last time I went there, and they
Okay,
were
cool.
nothing special.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, man, we should have went to Grand Central Station because that, or at least for her experience, because that place is like magical. It's like
Yeah, I bet.
it's a whole different thing.
The first and only time I've been in New York, I had a job there, and it was in literally Grand Central Terminal. It was on like one of like the back. It was for a data center that was in there, so it was pretty crazy. And I drove. Fuck,
Yeah,
that was
it's
a
like
mistake, dude.
yeah.
Oh my god,
I did that when I went to Chicago. I rented a car.
Never
There's
fucking
no
drive,
fucking
dude.
reason to have a car.
Yeah.
it's all about the subway over there. It was a good trip, all the way around, awesome. And now I'm back at fucking work. New job,
New job though.
new job though. I'm happy. We'll see how it fucking works out.
Dude, there's this one place when the Sweetness and I went. The hotel we stayed at around the corner was this bar, and they had like 50-something beers on tap. I was there every fucking night. At the end of the day, all that goddamn walking. Oh, you gotta do the not the Mount High Road. It's the
High
Highline.
Trail.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hybrid.
You guys
Yeah,
do that?
we did that.
That's
was
just fucking cool, right?
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like literally an elevated former
train
train
thing.
track.
Yeah.
They turn into like a walking garden or something.
Which is fucking
And
cool.
It's right in the middle of Manhattan.
Hold on,
Wait.
there's a question for you in the chat room.
What you got?
Prodigy. Did you see people throwing eggs at Trump Tower while you were there?
No, I didn't even see Trump Tower. I know it was somewhere in Lower Manhattan. Didn't see
There's a
any
few
of
of
that
'em.
shit. I do know that y'all fucking throw your garbage out in front.
That's fucking trip,
Yeah.
right?
And it just sits there for the rats and fucking roaches. And I'm like, what in the fuck?
And
Like,
giant fucking pals, dude.
yeah,
it was
it's
insane.
piled up like literally eye high, almost everywhere. But yeah, no, I didn't do that.
When you were on the Highland Road, did you see that table that had the wallet and a cell phone on there?
I did not.
Okay, because it was like a brass like wallet.
Oh, it's a full people?
Yeah, the full because I saw I was like, somebody left their wallet.
You know what? I did see that shit. Now that you mention it, I did see that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
left it alone. I was like, hopefully they'll find
Do you
it.
see the ivory thing of the city?
Everything. I don't know.
They had like an ivory cutout of the entire all of fucking New York, which is fucking dope as hell.
Sounds good shit. All right. So should we round it on up, or do we got any Ask B to B?
I did not see any Ask B and B, but you still got some stuff.
Well, y'all guys heard about Sony? Like it's official that Sony owns Crunchyroll now.
Funimation.
Or is it
Or no,
Funimation?
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's Crunchyroll.
That was
it? Wait.
Funimation.
I thought it was Funimation, bro.
No, I thought it
Funimation.
was-
I think I put it in the chat. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Funimation that it's official now with Sony in terms of the acquisition.
It is Funimation.
It is
Yeah.
Funimation. Okay. Well, I
But
guess they.
I thought Funimation was partly owned by Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is some kind of partnership with those two because there's Funimation stuff right now on Crunchyroll that was not on there before.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So Sony buys Funimation for $143 million. That's
It's
pretty
like a
reasonable.
bargain.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
They must have bought it through Amazon.
Hopefully, we'll get some free shit on
PSN.
PSN. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shit.
PSN Plus.
Yeah.
What's up with this Tokyo Film Festival?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out because people always give me some shit because I keep reminding motherfuckers, anime don't work live action, goddammit. And folks were giving a little bit of buzz for that Full Metal Alchemist, and then went to Tokyo Film Festival and fucking bombed, and people were hating on that fucking shit, even though everybody loves Full Metal Alchemist. It just doesn't work live
But
action.
apparently, I've heard from multiple people that Kenshin was really good.
Which one?
I still haven't watched
Is
that
that
one.
one a new one or?
Well, it's
Maybe-
from like last year, maybe.
Yeah,
But I heard it
came
was
a few
really
years
good
ago.
from like more than one person that were like legit sources, not
Alright.
not like ninja speculating.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
there's that one anime I kept talking about, Eraser, and they're making a live action version of that on Netflix of
Okay.
all places. So I think it comes out later this month. I think it comes out in
Netflix
November.
did make Death Note though.
That's true.
Let's
is
not
fucking
give them
true.
a pass.
But what's Eraser? Eraser came out like last year, for them to turn around and make a live action movie, like
That's fast.
that just shows how great of an anime it is. So you guys definitely check that out.
That's
So,
fast.
you watched Zodiac War, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you talk about that last week?
I did not. I don't think I
Okay.
did. No.
No, I don't think so.
I think I'm still on either the third or fourth episode.
I'm on the fifth episode came out today. So
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, we're probably all around the same level. You talk about, when we mentioned like PUBG earlier or whatever. This is Battle Royale as a fucking anime.
Yeah, and people die and they ain't coming back.
And you know what? They
Well,
keep
except for some.
Well, yeah, that's true.
They come back as themselves.
But they keep fooling me. Like I'm like, oh, I really like this character, the ram or the fucking chicken or what?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Nope.
Yeah.
Folks gonna die harder and more frequently than Game of Thrones ever did.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's like sometimes it's like out of the blue. Like the first episode, you're just like, oh shit, you think it's the main character, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I guess they're dead.
Yeah, there almost is no goddamn main character.
No,
you know,
yeah.
it feels like everyone is going to die.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I feel like with Crunchyroll, if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, you don't need fucking like cable TV anymore. Just fucking, there's so many animes and movies that are on there alone. Like that can take up your whole entire fucking day just trying to watch shit on there.
Well, something I told you. I mean, I cut the cord a couple of months ago, but I've watched PlayStation View, Netflix, Crunchyroll, and I'm fine. And I'm saving a whole bunch of money. Like my PlayStation View, I'm getting like the most expensive package, and it's like $75 a month.
That's nothing.
You know what I mean? I'm getting Showtime, fucking HBO, local channels, all that shit. I'm not getting paid to say this, y'all. People are wondering, but it's a great service. And then with Crunchyroll, like I get all my anime.
Yep.
With Netflix, I get all my Netflix fixes.
Yeah, all the original stuff.
Yeah. There's only a couple things that I'm missing, but I get it anyway. So like, I think one of the number one things that I'm missing is shit from Viacom. They don't. So I'm
Is
missing.
that CBS?
No,
It's Paramount.
It's like Comedy Central and shit like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I'm missing like, but I can still watch it. I just
Yeah.
get it from other sources.
Because there's like a Comedy Central app. They have their own, right?
There is, but you have to be paying for it.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's ways around it. It's no big deal.
Gotcha.
And then there's another one too that I'm missing.
I know
forget.
CW.
Oh, Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
okay.
Only because we talked about it multiple. I did multiple times on the podcast. What they're doing is stupid, but it got picked up for another season. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it's,
Two
it's a great
seasons, right?
show.
Did it get picked up for 2 seasons?
I thought it was one.
I think it's
just
one
one
extra
more
one.
next season.
Oh, okay.
It's a great show, but
Yeah,
they
it's
just fucked
definitely
up.
very good.
Oh, we didn't even. I didn't watch last week's episode.
Yeah, I didn't
Neither
either.
did I.
We'll save it. And then
We talking about no Arrow.
yeah, let's save Arrow. I'm an episode behind, but I'm still loving
Okay.
this season. All right, do we have? So we did not have any Ask B the B.
Not that I saw. I might have missed one on a source, but
All right.
That's all right then. It's fine.
Yeah. Stitch. Or goddamn it, Stitch.
whoa, whoa.
Blue, what you got popping?
Fuck. Nothing really, actually. Now that I fucking think about it. Definitely gonna try to watch Thor Ragnarok, Raka,
Or Fraggle Rock.
Planet Hulk.
But I'm gonna try to watch that this weekend with the sweetness. I keep saying I'm gonna play the fucking Batman Telltale game, at second episode. But man, I just keep getting so fucking busy. I never get around to doing it. But I'm going to try to play it today. But Kronos has this fucking Batman metal comic book with like Batman as Doomsday, and I'm looking here like, damn, I need to fucking read this shit. So I kind of briefed through it. So I actually might swing by the comic book shop and maybe try to. Or actually, I might buy it online. I'm more of a digital guy, so I might try to pick that up.
You can borrow that if you want. I can give you the whole metal series if you just stick around for a little while. Like what I have so far.
Maybe I'll pick it up tomorrow or something.
Because there's like,
I know it's late. And...
well, you know the idea, right? It's like,
Oh, I know about it. I've been following it, but I just haven't picked up the comic to actually read it.
The only one that's kind of disappointing was Drowned. That was about it. The rest of them they're all really good.
But other than that, just chilling. Fucking that too.
Taking more photos. You're doing a
Yeah.
great job. I love the artwork.
Oh yeah. So Blue took photos of my daughter. We took 2 tries, but they turned out because she didn't know what dirt was.
Oh god.
I didn't know that until like the first time we tried to take photos.
It's like her first time walking on dirt.
Yeah, and she freaked the fuck out, dude. It was real
God.
bad. I got a really funny photo of her like crying, or you did,
Yeah.
of her crying. But yeah, you took really good photos. Thank you very much. Yeah, I gotta download them though. So I kind of forgot to download them.
Yeah, I post usually when I do my photo shoots, I post the pictures without my watermark on there to a private gallery that people can actually go on there and download like high resolution version of the pictures.
Yeah.
But like then I'll go off and post the pictures on my Facebook. But like a lot of people like to use the Facebook pictures. I'm like, download the other ones. They're like better quality.
Yeah, the Facebook ones they're always fucked up.
Yeah, because they drop the resolution on those.
All right, Curtis, what you got popping?
This weekend on Sunday, I am competing at jiu-jitsu again for the first time in 2 fucking years.
Wow, it's been that long.
Which is weird for me because, yeah, I used to compete and then I kind of just stopped. But yeah, so I'm competing. Since I've been doing jiu-jitsu for like 4 years, I've dropped like 2 or 3 weight classes. When I first started, I was 206. I had to drop down to get to 206. Then I started competing at 185, and now I'm competing at 181. So it's pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. It's at the U.S. Open, which is a pretty big tournament. It's at the Cow Palace in Daly City, which is basically San Francisco. So it's a pretty big venue. I'm looking forward to competing, but I'm kind of nervous because, like I said, it's been a while, but it should be cool either way. I got a pretty decent division, so Should be fun. Wish me the best.
Absolutely. All right. Old Ninja, what you got populating?
Definitely checking out this Thor Ragnarok. I don't know if I'm gonna see it when it pops at like 12:01 or 9 o'clock and whatnot, but I'm definitely seeing it this weekend. Not sure if Project is rolling through. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see it, regardless. Yo ass didn't wait last time. Yo ass went hella early last time.
I saw it with Stitch.
Yeah, still freaked out like a little girl. Doing the Destiny raid. I'm actually started part of it, so I'm trying to learn how to do the raid.
It's still 280 or 270 for
270.
Okay.
270 to get in, but you'll have a difficult time trying to go through. We had a guy, he was 275 and he kept dying because he just couldn't handle the enemies. Yeah, so you need to. We suggest like 280, 285 if you want to survive the raid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be doing that like tonight and possibly tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try to, and then catching up on my comics. I have a shit ton of comics from like issue 15 while Kronos is on like issue 45 or whatnot. So I'm trying to like catch up on like my boatloads of comics. I need to read all that shit. Other than that, just getting ready for, I guess after Thor, there'll be Justice League. I'll be prepping for that. Other than that, the whole just chilling, really.
Good shit. Real big quick shout out. We are trying to do, I will call them tomorrow. Hopefully it works out. A cigar night with whiskey and fucking cigars. We're going to try to go to Ohlone Cigar Lounge, which we know some owners over there. We've always been treated really well over in Fremont. We're going to try to do that for Friday, November 17th. So if you are a local listener, stop by. We'll probably be there around 7, 8-ish, drinking, smoking, throwing up the hundreds, doing shit.
I'm gonna Uber there, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. And it's actually walking distance away from Fremont Park.
So
if you are
it's walking distance.
Yeah, it's about a half mile.
About a 15-minute walk from Bart.
Yeah. No big deal.
Or you can Uber it. If you get real drunk, just Uber back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
Uber to Bart.
no excuses. Come drink, smoke.
Just for so you have to pay for cigars, and if you want alcohol, you have to bring your own alcohol.
Very important point.
Yeah.
And
we'll have some whiskey, but yeah.
There's a great barbecue place next door too, where you can order food from there and they'll bring it to you, which is fucking great.
It's awesome.
It's great for California.
It's awesome. It's still pretty. Oh, also they have because they have a poker table. I think you can do dominoes there. A couple other card table games.
What's also cool, they have a really good fucking ventilation system because, with all the cigarettes. I mean, last time we were there was a lot of people there, so the system couldn't keep up with it. But usually, if it's a chill day, you don't have to worry about I would say secondhand smoke, but you can breathe still.
Yeah,
it's one of my gripes with cigar places. But yeah, I love this place.
There you
I
go.
haven't been there in a while.
Enjoy all the great games going on right now. I'm gonna try to twitch out some fucking Battlefield and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's right. We're probably gonna do that tomorrow night. So check us out on twitch.tv/BTI. Watch Prodigy and Old Ninja try to take on the German Empire. Check us out on our official page at binheadproductions.com/BTI. You can tweet at us at BTHANBTI. That's at BTHANBTI. We have an Instagram account. Check us out, BTI. Our Facebook page, which usually has sometimes some exclusive stuff. Check us out at BTI on Facebook. Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us 5 stars, or send in Prodigy's favorite food to your house. They'll probably beat you up. We'll see. What am I missing? Oh, you can listen to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM. Tell your friends.
Toblerones.
Don't wear tight costumes like Wendy Williams.
Fuck it, that's what I want to talk about.
I'm just saying. Don't pass out.
Bitch playing it.
Pre-recorded live. It's great seeing you guys. You guys gotta come out here.
Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt, Joe, and Beck.
Oh, yeah.
Check out Daniel J. Anderson Photography on the internet.